Ugh. Right, yes, guys. Big up everybody. We're back for another live stream, back for another video. But sadly, we didn't get the club statement that we wanted. But we did get a lot of briefings. So we're going to delve into every bit of news that we've heard surrounding Chelsea, surrounding Poch, surrounding everything regarding this car crash of a football club. Big up to everybody that's in here, though. Big up to Warrior. Big up to Stephanie G. Big up to Blues. Big up to Nicholas. Big up to Warrior. Warrior said he's just done with everything. I don't blame you. If you can find something else to entertain yourself or as a hobby, go for it, because this club is just draining. This club is just fucking draining. Big up to Sean saying Poch out doesn't solve a thing. You're happy with whoever's next. See, I understand that sentiment, but we still need to get rid of Poch. But I understand people going after Win Stanley. I understand people going after Stewart. I even understand people going after Bowley because he's responsible for this mess. He's the owner of the club. Everything that's happened has happened under his watch. So I understand him being held accountable as well. Everybody does. It's been a team. Everybody has failed to some point. My biggest problem is Poch. I'll keep resonating with that because Poch is the one, he's the cause behind everything that's happening on the pitch. He is the manager. Everything that goes wrong on the pitch is on him and it's his responsibility. But the responsibility of hiring him goes to the higher-ups. And they need to be held accountable for that as well. Like fucking 2 months we spent looking for a manager, and this was the one that we went for. This was literally the one that we went for. And they also need to be held accountable for some of the briefings that I've seen as well. So we are going to delve into that. Big up to Chloe. Big up to Chloe. Everybody wish Chloe a happy birthday in the comment section. It's her birthday, so there should be at least one little bit of positivity today. Everybody hit happy birthdays for Chloe in the chat. Big up to Abdi, big up to TPB, big up to Kenny, big up to everybody that's locked in. Hit the like button, subscribe, all of that bullshit. Big up to Jez. Big up to Damari. Big up to... I can't pronounce your name, bro, but big up, my guy. Big up to Frankel. Big up, bro. Big up to Andel. Big up to everybody that's in here. And yeah, love to see the happy birthdays. At least we have some semblance of positivity in here. Big up, big up. Yeah, asking Chelsea to win for your birthday. Yeah, no. That's why I didn't go to Wolves away in April. Fuck that. I knew they'd ruin my birthday weekend, and they tried to. But fuck that, and fuck going Wolves away this season as well. I am boycotting away games. Just fucking shit though. Right, let's get into these meaty little briefings, because I'm sure everybody wanted to see this when they woke up today. Call you Shriek for sure. I hope I pronounced that well, but sure thing, brother. Miracle Survivor says, bring back Sari. I wish we could have our chain smoking gaffer back, man. You not... Oh, yeah, you tapped, bro. Big up, my guy. It's good to see you back in here, but you must be crazy. I'm not going Anfield to watch a 7-0. I'm good. If this manager is in charge when we go to Anfield, I'm doing a watch-along. Plus, that's deadline day. That's like Christmas for Chelsea fans. But no. Hey, take your fraudulent cancer back. Take him back. This ain't no laughing matter, you know. Get rid of him. Take him back. You have given us a cancer. You have given us herpes. You have given us AIDS. That's what it is. Tottenham herpes. That's what Poch is. Take him back. Or swap. Or anything. We'll drop him off at Tottenham. Anything. I don't care. But you have given us a cancer. I'm not happy, man. I'm not happy with you guys. Big up to you guys anyway. It's good to see you back. It's good to see you guys back. Even though we're in the pits. But yeah, big up to We Are Tottenham TV. It has been a minute since I've seen you guys, so I hope you're doing well. Aside from all of the football and everything. Man said back Poch. Well, why don't you take him back then? Why don't you take him back? You want to back Poch so much. Have him. Swap managers. Let's do that then. I said it's Postamania right now. Oh boy. Fucking hell, bro. That's a ridiculous name. Whatever. Right, let's get into this briefing bullshit. So Chelsea insist on their position. Keep backing Pochettino and trusting in his ideas for the long term. Not under any specific pressure to finish in a certain position in the table this year or anything like that. What? Like, I read this, went back to bed, woke up again, read it again, and then I deeped the stupidness that I was reading. What are you talking about? No specific pressure to finish in a certain position in the table? This shit is genuinely insane. How are we going to pretend that sitting in 12th again is part of the plan? And this is where I have smoke for the owners. This is where I have smoke for the recruitment team, even though people still want to run this tired narrative that I never say anything about the ownership, that I never say anything about the recruitment team. No, I have held them accountable as well. But shit like this is where I'm going to hold them accountable for too. How are we aiming for long-term success with no short-term goals? Figure that one out. Because there is no reasoning for why you can accept being in 12th with 4 league games 4 months into the season. How does that make any sense? How does that make any sense? How are you looking at where we are, watching the games that we play, watching the style or lack of style of play, the crappy decision-making and the excuses, and just to say, hey, he's not in pressure now. Like, we need to make top 4. The aim is to be in the Champions League. We have said that, and Poch's job is going to be up for challenge if he doesn't make top 4, but him being in 12th near halfway through the season is okay. How does that make sense? How the fuck does that make sense? Because I don't get that. You don't get to long-term targets without short-term achievements, without short-term targets. And the bare minimum should have been to be in the European spots halfway through the season. How are we accepting being in 12th right now? How are we accepting that? They are banking everything on him turning things around with the run of games coming up. But how do you have faith in him with 4 league wins and him fucking up the easiest start of the season? Don't forget, we had an easy run already. We had an easy run at the start of the season. The easiest run out of everyone in the league, and we got 5 points in 5 games. But I'm meant to have faith in him for the run of games coming up. What are you doing? You are going to give our best opportunity to win a trophy and to qualify for Europe in his hands when we face Newcastle. The only thing that's going to save us against Newcastle if this guy is managing us is just how stretched that team is. That's going to be it. They would have played another 3 games in 10 days by that rate with AC Milan at home. Who do they have before they play us? Fulham. They got Fulham at home, and then they come to the Bridge. That's going to be the only thing that saves us. If their team is just a little bit too stretched and they're a little bit exhausted and it impacts them on the pitch and they're not really the same Newcastle that we faced a few weeks ago. That's going to be the only thing that saves us. And even then, we'll probably still have to take it to penalties. Even then. Big up to Mitchy boy in the chat. Big up, brother. Like, there needs to be massive pressure on him right now. They need to already be looking for a replacement. And if he does not get 3 points, even in convincing fashion, against Sheffield United, get rid. Get rid of him. Get rid of him and put somebody else in the dugout other than Frank Lampard for the Newcastle game. And if results don't pick up immediately and he continues to get backed and he doesn't get sacked, then the more smoke I'm going to have for these owners. the more smoke I'm going to have for the recruitment team, because it's going to get to a point where you're enabling this. You are not getting rid of him. You are allowing him to keep driving us further and further into the mud. So if the results continue, then it's more smoke to the owners, because you're backing him. You're not getting rid of him. You're keeping him. You're letting him stay here, and you're letting him drag us into this shit. No, you didn't hear me. I said anybody but Frank Lampard. I said anybody but Frank Lampard. It's fucking ridiculous. I can't believe that we've actually just gone out and just started backing this guy again. It's genuinely insane. Abdi has, I did see the thing about selling Gusto. It's bullshit. I don't believe it. I don't believe it for a sec. It don't make any sense at all. I did see the article from Chelsea HQ. I'll mention it for a sec, but I'm not going to bring it up because I just don't believe it. But Fraser Fletcher via Team Talk said Madueke, Chalobah, Brozier, Cucurella, Disasi, Matson, and Gusto are among those to be considered as available options to be sold and replaced with better quality over the next 2 transfer windows. I don't believe it. There's no reason why Disasi and Gusto are going to leave. Gusto is one of the smartest transfers that we've made with Reece James' injury record. There's no reason why we're going to sell him. Disasi, you could argue, has been our most consistent centre-back this season. We're not going to sell him. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I don't believe it. Read what Darko said a few days ago. What did he say? Let me have a quick look. One day the truth will come out how those evil people treated you. Miss you, uncle. Your intentions were pure. I'm going to need a bit more on that before I speak about it. I'm going to need a little bit more than that. But I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, I don't see Gusto or Disasi leaving. I don't see Gusto or Disasi leaving. What I did see today, though, was more excuses. More excuses from Pochettino. Apparently, we now lack aggression and height. Aggression and height. The funny thing is, right, I saw this chart doing the rounds on Twitter where we actually have the highest percentage of aerial duels won in the whole league. But apparently we lack height. I also did some research, and Colwill, Disasi, and Silva are all top 30 in the Premier League for aerial duels won. If Badiashile was fit the whole season, I'm sure he'd be there for a little bit longer than that. But, hey, we lack height. That's the new excuse. We lack height. Aggression. We lack aggression. When have we ever watched a Chelsea game and thought we lacked aggression? Like, we literally have a Rottweiler that starts every week in Conor Gallagher. You've got Jackson that wants to fight everyone. We have 49 yellow cards, 3 reds, and 2 midfielders in the top 10 for fouls committed. But we lack aggression. We lack aggression. This guy is a disgrace. This guy is an absolute disgrace. Every week is just excuse, fucking excuse. Every match day. Man thinks height is the issue. Maybe it's your defensive setup. Maybe it's the fact that you change your backline every fucking week. Maybe it's your setup for corners. Maybe you wouldn't need to worry about aerial stats if we were better in possession. Maybe we were set up better to evade a press. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Well, clearly height wouldn't be a problem if we're winning our aerial battles. How about you get educated? Fucking hell, any CL hate along? I doubt it. I doubt it. I might just go fucking pub, get a drink, just drink my sorrows away. What's the point? Arsenal already qualified. I guess United aren't qualified. There might be a little bit of interest in that game, but I don't know. Like, I don't really care about UCL now at this point. I might do the Wednesday games, although that is also my football day, so I might just go kick ball. Who else is playing? United, Bayern, Inter Sociedad, Napoli, Braga. It's not great. It's not great. PSV Arsenal's the early kickoff, but they're already group winners. They'll lose because they can just rotate to death, but it won't mean anything. I don't care. I don't care, man. It's just fucking shit. It's just fucking shit. What else? Talking about attacking. Hey, maybe we could do with a bit of height going forward. Maybe. I could at least hear that. Defensively, though, it's a load of bollocks. Defensively, though, it is a lot of fucking bollocks. Like midfield. Well, then maybe you should start Ugo Chukwu instead of Gallagher, because Gallagher does fuck all for us. Fuck all. Although all I heard on Wednesday was, oh, fuck. Oh, we need Conor Gallagher. We need Gallagher. Yeah, suck out. Fucking suck out. What are you talking about? I weren't back in Chelsea yesterday and never a foul. We're 12th. What's there to back? What's there to back? If you want blind backing, go for somebody else. Go for somebody else. What else? So we're going for 3 more players as well now. Poch wants a defender, a midfielder, and a striker in January. Fine, whatever. Poch believes the squad is imbalanced and that height is an issue. Sure. His job is not thought to be under immediate threat. Brilliant. Brilliant. Like, I get a striker, but what does a defender and a midfielder change for us? Especially if he's still in charge. How? It just feels like another excuse. It feels like another excuse. I can back our defense. I can back our midfield. Our attack is a bit iffy. We could do with an actual consistent goal scorer. I do agree on that. But the defense and the midfield, you should be able to do well with them. You should be able to at least build off that. Like, if we had Tuchel with this squad, probably play good football, probably play much better football. Our defense would be much more solid. We arguably have a better midfield. It's just the attack. Hell, you could argue we have better attackers than we did under Tuchel. But no, we just have an idiot in charge. We just have an idiot in charge. I watched... How we're not 13th, are we? What? How did we drop again? How did we drop again? You must... What? No, we didn't. No, we're 12th. We're 12th. What are you talking about? We're 12th. We're not 13th. But, yeah. Yeah, there's more Poch quotes. So the reality now is mid-table quotes, which is just even more stupider. Like, this guy's just trying to lower the standards on a weekly basis. The guy is trying to dead-ass gaslight this entire fan base into thinking that we're a mid-table club when we're not. And at the very least, we are not a 12th place standard team. A better manager has us a lot higher up the table. I refuse to listen to anything otherwise. There is no way a better manager does not have us higher up the table because of the amount of mistakes that Poch has made in the last 4 months. Our defense is good enough. Our midfield is good enough. But this guy wants to waffle about saying our reality now is mid-table. This catfish said UCL qualification was the bare minimum for Chelsea this season in August. He started talking about winning the treble. Now he wants to talk about our reality now is mid-table. Fuck you. Fuck you for trying to lower the standards of this football club, you pathetic piece of shit. Get out of my club. Get the fuck out of my club. Shouldn't even be here in January to be a part of this fucking new window. Shouldn't even be part of it. It's a fucking joke, man. Fucking bullshit. Yeah, I'm going to have to do the one chip challenge soon, aren't I? I'm actually going to have to do it soon. It's just fucking dead. I watched Alex Goldberg's interview with Julian Lawrence as well. I saw it doing the rounds on CFC Daily. He said something that was very alarming. PSG players on Pochettino apparently said he barely did any tactical sessions in training, which was strange. That's a bit alarming because I look at the way we play. We don't look tactically astute at all. We look disjointed as hell. We have players that continuously overplay. We have players that continuously overtouch the ball. Feels like we're just making it up as we go along half the time. We're slow to make subs. Another thing that got brought up. Lets the game pass him by. Can't change a game positively. More stuff that I saw that I resonated heavily with. I said trying to overcorrect because what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Brother, I beg you don't come into my chat and just waffle. Beg you don't come into my chat and just waffle because I ain't in the mood for it today. I am not in the fucking mood for it today. Everything about this club looks like a fucking joke. And it's all because of this. It is partly everyone responsible. We do have to talk about the recruitment. We do have to talk about Bowley. But who is the guy managing the shit on the pitch? It's Poch. Everyone's now trying to look to micromanage our players and say they're not good enough. Maybe they'd be better with a bit of coaching. Why have I not seen improvement in any player since he's joined other than Gallagher? Other than fucking Conor Gallagher. Our tactics are Gallagher in the 8 and Enzo in the 10. Enzo in the 10. Well, like we bench our 2 highest goal scorers in a must-win game. Our tactics on defending set pieces are fucking atrocious. Fucking atrocious. No, but I turned on Potter as well. So what are we talking about? I supported Potter so much. I gave Potter until he had a window. Then he had a window and our performances went down and I turned on him. It's not about being harsh on managers now. I call things as I see it. Like, stop waffling. Stop waffling. Fucking bullshit, bro. Big up to Staffy, man. I just said LLM. It's crazy. It's crazy. Recruitment team need to hold it, but Poch needs to be sacked, and I have more energy for the recruitment team and the owners the longer Poch stays at the job if things don't improve. If we sack Poch and we bring in another bum that doesn't improve anything, then I've got even more smoke for the ownership. Then I've got even more smoke for the recruitment team. That's the way I'm managing this shit. Right now, my biggest problem is the idiot managing this club. The subliminal problems are the people that hired him. Now, if they don't sack him, I've got more energy for the people that hired him. If they sack him and they bring in another bum, then I've got more energy for the people that hired him. That's the way I'm looking at this situation. So nobody asked me my opinions on anything else about the ownership part of that. I've got more energy for them the longer this shit continues and they don't act on it. I've got more energy for them if they sack this guy and it does not improve. That's when. That's when, because I can acknowledge that they've made mistakes. My biggest problem is the guy who's managing all of it. That's my biggest problem right now. It's as simple as that. Simple as that. Now, apparently Stewart and Winstanley will be leading recruitment in January, and Poch will have a say. Although he shouldn't even have a say, he should even be in the job if results don't improve by January. I need a streak of wins before then. I'm not even accepting draws. We're not accepting draws to the run of games that we have. We have Sheffield United, we have Wolves, Palace, and Luton before January. If we can't get 4 wins in that, sack him. He should be gone now. He should already be gone now. And like I keep saying, I understand the questions about the recruitment and everything, but I cannot ignore the constant mistakes being made by the manager on a week-in, week-out basis. I cannot ignore the lack of development or the excuses. That is why that is my primary problem right now. That is my primary problem. If you don't understand that, go for it. Don't understand it. But that's the way I'm viewing this shit. That's the way I'm viewing this shit. Now, there's I don't care who we get in, though. That's up to the recruitment. You go bring in some sick manager. You go recruit, you go scout, and you go find somebody. That's their job. It's not my job. My job is to look at what's in front of me right now and to say how I feel about it. And right now, how I feel about what I'm looking at is that's a bag of shit, and this manager needs to go. Whoever comes next, that is the job of the recruitment team. It is not the job of me. I'm not the job. So don't ask me who we should be bringing in next, because that's not my job. Get Chelsea to hire me for recruitment, and then I'll go looking for a new manager. Until then, no. It's not my job. It's not my job. Right, what else was there? So, Brozia's not considering a January move to Turkey. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, Warrior, 1 sec. I'll slow down the chat. Calm. That's all sorted. That's all sorted. Nelk says, can we have on the uncomfortable conversation on Mudryk? Mudryk ain't look great. Mudryk ain't look great. But he's had shit coaching for a year. So both stand the same. How about we have a good coach? Someone who actually develops players. Then maybe we could fully judge Mudryk. This is also where quietly one game a week doesn't help us because we just don't have enough minutes to go around the squad. That kind of fucks us as well. That's why the likes of Mudryk barely play. The likes of Matson, the likes of Madueke, Broja, could keep going on, Ugo Chukwu. They don't get consistent minutes. So, like, Mudryk hasn't been great. And I agree with you on that. But I need him to get a run. I need him to get a run before we can fully write him off. So I don't know. This is another reason why I'm so desperate to go back into Europe, by the way. Just because I need a competition to just throw to the youth. Just say, there you go. I can't guarantee you minutes in the Premier League every week, but I can give you this league. You impress in this league on a consistent basis, you will get more minutes. You'll get more minutes in the Prem. We don't have that. We have one game a week and limited minutes to go around. Yeah, Jimmy, like, I agree. Like, he's not been impressive either. Both points are standing the same for me. Both points stand together and both points are correct. He can improve. Don't really give him enough of a platform to develop as well. It goes both ways. It goes both ways. So yeah, Broja has interest from Premier League clubs and different leagues abroad. Whatever. See if Napoli want him, involve him in the Osimhen deal if you want to do that. Other than that, I don't give a shit. Jackson will not face any retrospective action from the FA following his full-time altercation with Nathan Patterson after Chelsea's defeat to Everton. Thank the Lord. The last thing this guy needs is another suspension, because then I'll have to see Broja start again. And respectfully to Broja, he ain't ready yet. I don't ever want to hear the whole start Broja argument. Not anymore. Not until we face Preston in the Cup. I don't even want to listen to it. Actually, no, tell a lie. We probably have to play him in one game because Christmas fixtures are coming up. Games every 3 days. You're going to have to rotate a little bit. You're going to have to. But I just don't really care. Broja ain't it for me right now. I don't see anything in him. Send him on loan or whatever. I don't give a shit. Don't care. Reece James is set for a scan on his hamstring amid fears he's set to face another spell on the sidelines. Whatever, man. Just get well soon. Well, when is Gusto back? When is Gusto back? What? Fuck with you, Lewis, but your mentality is what's wrong with the club. How? We're all begging for Poch to start early in fear of this, and when this happens, he must be sacked. The same football manager, we just gotta wait for W's. Well, what are we talking about, man? Start early in fear of what? Lack of coaching. Lack of a style of play. Brother, he has one game a week. He has all the time in the world to implement his style of play into the team. We still can't play out the back. So what are we talking about him starting early? You want him to start early with a completely different team from last season? What difference would it have made? Like, he was announced as the Chelsea manager and still had time to work with the owners and the recruitment team to build the squad in his image. So what are we talking about? Bringing him early wouldn't have done anything. It wouldn't have done a thing. Wouldn't have? Yeah, you're right. It's another injury for Pochettino as an excuse. Brilliant. Fucking brilliant. I will say, though, the stuff of Gusto, this is why that whole Gusto could potentially be being sold rumors is a load of crap. It's a load of crap. Gusto is not going anywhere. Disasi is not going anywhere. They are not being sold. So ignore that crap, because it's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen at all. But yeah, it's a bag of shit. Let me see if there's any other news before I just send the link out quick. Ben Jacobs says every time Chelsea are linked with another goalkeeper, it's clear from source at the club that Sanchez is a number one, and there's a lot of backing there. I don't even care, to be honest. If we're not getting a top 3 in the world goalkeeper, I'm not interested. I don't care. Spare me the potential crap unless it's a Diogo Costa. And I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Well, we signed 3 goalkeepers in the last year. What's the point? If you check side stream today with Goonie, said we've done with Reece James. I'm not there. I'm not really there yet. Like, these injuries annoy me, but the guy had knee pain on Wednesday, didn't play a full 90 against United, and then started on Sunday. Are we really that shocked? That shocked that he pulled up again? I'm not that shocked. Like, it's just annoying at this point. It's just another injury. But he was never fully fit in the first place. This was literally what was told to us on Wednesday. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Man who was not already fully fit pulls up with another injury. Shock. Water is wet. Water is wet. Poch makes excuses. It's just typical. It's just typical. Just fucking shit. But guys, hit the like button, please. We've got over 700 of you lot in here, nearly 800, and we're not even on 200 likes. Guys, run it up. Run it up. Yeah, I agree. It's annoying. It's annoying. But like I said, I'm also just not shocked. It's not like it was a fully fit Reece James that pulled up with an injury. It's not. The guy had knee pain. That's been a constant factor that I think was according to reports that the club was aware of back on Wednesday. So now it happens again, 3 days after the fact. I'm just not shocked. Just not shocked by it. Big up to Shard saying those who want Poch in fear that a real manager will come in and bench their precious Gallagher and Mudryk in favour of more talented players. I don't think a real manager, I don't think they should worry about Mudryk being benched. Mudryk has been benched. He's just started the last 2 games. That's it. That's it. It don't make a difference. Gallagher, like, keep him as a squad player. I don't care. He can be a squad player. Don't give a shit. Other than that, it's not that deep. Big up to Maldini. We've hounded out other injury-prone players despite missing less games. Enough is enough with James. Change his position or sell. Fair enough if that's how you feel. Like, I get people just being done with all of these injuries and that. I'm just not surprised he got injured. I'm not surprised. Big up to Said, saying Poch needs to stay. You haven't been in enough pain. Yeah, so does Ten Hag. Ten Hag needs to stay. And also, in spite of all your anger, thank you for the 60 million. Thank you for the 60 million. Appreciate it, brother. Big up, though. Big up to Lee. I think Lee Reacts just raided, so big up to my G Lee Gunner. Appreciate you every single time. And yeah, we're shit. We're shit. But link is going out. I'm going to give everyone else an opportunity to vent. Oh, Jimmy and Fata are beefing in the chat. Fuck's sake. I'm not even going to open up that can of worms. Fuck all that. But yeah, link's going out. Hit the like button, subscribe, super chat if you want to guarantee your comment gets read out. And just pray. Just pray for my football club. Like it says in the ticker down below. 1 like is 1 prayer for me. Because my mental health is deteriorating by the match day. It's just painful. Capital Conflict live at 8:30 p.m. though. Well, 8:15. We're going to try for 8:15. Me, Northside, and Henry Wright. Then we got A-listers. Who's going to be in the bottom row? That's what I want to know. Who's going to be in bottom row? Because there's only 2 winners this week. I don't even want top row, personally. Not after that shit. Yeah, we'll see what everybody's saying. Oh, fucking shit. Nearly done, guys. Nearly done. Calm. I think that's everyone. Big up, Jimmy, my guy. Big up, bro.
You.
How you doing, man? How you doing? Big up, fatter brother.
Oh, man alive, bruv. I can't lie.
I'm doing great.
After yesterday, you know what? Somebody nearly get arrested yesterday. I think that was Michael.
What happened yesterday?
Let's just say police and that. The scouts.
I would have thought so, with arresting and everything.
Yeah. It was.
Oh, was it some anti-Scouse chants?
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Nearly.
Am I really getting arrested for that?
Nearly.
Oh, okay, good. Big up to Lee Gunner for the raid. Big up. Guys, we have way too many mods as it is.
I can hear your man's frustration because I was watching on the train with Charlie, your stream, and that boy. It was I could see it was
I'm sorry for you guys. You had to make the trip.
Hey, I'm having fun, mate. Yeah, we're having fun. Me and Charlie. And then
do you have any other video of you having to go at any other players apart from Nico Jackson, Fatter?
I do have like 5 of them on my phone.
Did you
but I was
post
gonna
them?
Huh?
Have you posted them yet?
It's on TikTok. Actually, I'm gonna have to do it day by day, daily basis. Surfer.
Right,
Gotta
okay,
keep it
cool.
content slowly. Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
did you ever go at?
Surfer, I'm starting TikTok for like a couple of weeks ago, man. I had to do it
I
slowly.
just want to know who else you had to go at. That's all.
I got Reece James, Cucurella.
Cool.
But yeah, I need some advice for kind of like putting videos on TikTok. But yeah.
Oh yeah. All right.
I got some advice. Don't.
Just upload just upload consistently once a day.
That's the thing.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to do, Surfer. Like I'm trying to upload consistently.
So
like,
you have nothing to say
go.
about Broha? I mean, he was out there for like 80 minutes of trash. At least, Jackson was out there for
I
maybe
think I got
20.
Broha. Let me have a look. I got Jesus Perez.
No, they're saying, did you shout anything at any of the other players except Jackson?
Who else? Let me check my phone. I got loads of camera rolls here. Cucurella.
I expect.
You don't remember? Do you not remember what you said, bro?
No, only that. Only
There should
Jackson.
be 17 videos, right?
17 videos. Yeah, let me have a look, man. I've got bare camera rolls
18.
here. Allow
Sorry,
it.
you got to include Poch. So it should be 18.
Oh, you deleted the Jackson video.
Give me
last night in the chat,
bro. I had to check other phones as well, man. I got 2 phones, bro.
Why haven't you got your own cameraman like Charlie has or something?
Give me a sec. There it is. Cucurella. It's been limping. I thought some of them on Victor's actually. Victor's got it. Some videos yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got them. Right,
Yeah.
cool.
I got Cucurella. I've got Jesus Perez. I've got Sanchez as well.
Oh, what did you say to them?
Like Cucurella, man, just get well soon, bro. That he's limping off the pitch. He's just limping back to the bus, basically.
Why is he get well soon? Why is he?
How's Cucurella getting a get well soon, but you're gunning for Nico Jackson, who played 15 minutes?
Hey,
Because he had
agenda's
his
got
own
agenda, man. Hey, I got to, bro. You sensitive fuckers out there. Hey, same person that goes on Jackson last week after the video with Ashwick Web. Hey, but we move. You fuckers, man.
Have some shame, man. Have some shame.
We have no shame, unfortunately. This is the shame. This is 2023. When is the word shameless? Like, come on. We all shameless bunch of cunts here. Come on.
I mean, you know what? That's the first bit of sense I agree with, to be honest. Yeah, we all have a little.
Oh
bit
yeah,
of
and shout out to Ryan, by the way. Ryan just graduated his masters, by the way.
Yeah, big up to Ryan. Man just graduated from uni. That's my guy. Big up to Ryan. Let's go.
Still lack common sense.
Love
Good
to see
luck
it.
paying back those loans, Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah, long day. Long day.
Hey, let's see how that degree does for you when your boss is earning more who hasn't got one. Let's do that one.
So how do we feel about the briefing then? We insist on our position to keep backing.
Oh, yeah. Because when I look at Chelsea, the first thing I think of is, we could use a midfielder. Get the fuck out of here. Get this manager.
Don't forget, we need another defender too.
I told y'all this fucking manager's a fraud. Nobody wanted to listen. He's a fucking fraud. He's a fraud. And you, Fater, you're a fraud too. Your fan cam, you said Pochettino wasn't back. What the fuck did he need?
What?
What did he need, Fater?
I said it's been set up to fail. Okay,
set up to fail.
Bro, I hate that shit.
I said
no. So who accepted the job? Who accepted
Hold on, wait.
No,
I just want to hear.
I'll tell you this.
I want to hear the setup to fail. How is he set up to fail? I'm listening.
I'll tell you this. He's set up to fail.
And I'm not even saying you wrong or right. I just want to hear your take.
Okay.
How is he set up to fail?
Here's my thought process. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's my thought process. He inherited the squad from last year. By the way, last year's squad, there's about.
Oh, time out. Fater, that's wrong. He does not have last.
How many players did we get rid of from last season, brother?
He inherited the squad from last year, Lewis. Let's allow it. Come on.
No,
we all know
it.
No,
the whole squad got sold.
No.
All right, hold on, wait. Hold on, wait. It's simple. It's easy to do this, fellas. We don't have to argue. Name who's on the team that was on the team last year.
I can name Enzo Fernandez, Mudryk, who else? Cucurella. Who else in that team that was it? Oh, Sterling.
I don't know. You name them.
Who else in that team? Reece James, Ben Chilwell, Badiashile.
So these are all players that should be gone. Is that what you're naming?
Gallagher.
So these are all players we should have got rid of. Hold on, wait.
Inherited half the squad last year.
So you need to be naming players that should be gone, not players from last year.
Bro, last year, some of the players gone anyway.
So name the players that we still
anyway.
So name the players that are still playing that should be gone. Don't just name everybody from last year. Just name the players that he's still playing.
Naming them and they shouldn't be gone, then they're not a problem.
Bro, I don't care. He accepted the job. He took the job. He took on the challenge. So what are these excuses that people are making up for the guy?
Do you know what? This is such. You are just.
I don't get it.
You know what? No. You know what you're doing, Fater? You're just saying what they say on the spaces. This isn't even your opinion.
And that's what I was getting to. That's why I wanted him to back what his thought was.
You are a
thought. You can't even back it.
This is what we're doing now. This is what we're doing.
Yes, that's what we're doing. Fater, you can't even back what you're saying.
You've got no opinion of yourself.
You can't even back what you're saying.
This is spaces to be in with the space.
Fater, he was given an opportunity.
We all agree not to mention someone's spaces. Oh, we didn't.
You kissed the butt of the people's in spaces.
That's bullshit. Then that's bullshit.
No,
I don't want to argue.
Fater,
no.
You just repeat stuff.
So where did you think the squad will be? Where did you think the squad will finish last? Like at the beginning of the season, where did you think this squad will finish? Did you think we'll be 11th or 12th?
I'll say we'll be 7 at least.
Okay, so we're not 7th right now.
We're 12.
Obviously, we're underperforming, right? So the performances are reflected on the manager, right?
Not all the manager, no. I blame the recruitment.
Recruitment of what?
The team that you thought was 7th isn't playing to the.
I blame recruitment. Relax yourself. Yeah, I blame recruitment as well. We do need some experience in our team as well.
You're just saying phrases. You said you expected the team to finish 7th and it's 12th.
This is silly. Some of you just getting at me because I say on spaces. Wow.
I'm not on spaces with you.
Hands down to some of you here.
Wow. I didn't know spaces with you, so I don't know what the fuck you said.
Wow. Did we not have a conversation about me getting on spaces? Like, just leave me alone, man. Just what the fuck?
I want to hear
Okay. So no way. So if we're to say that Poch wasn't backed sufficiently in the summer, why did Poch say that we need to be making Champions League?
Didn't he said that apparently that I don't want to speak because I'm in big trouble if I said it back in the
no speak man, it's fine.
No, he said he doesn't want to speak. about how many players that he needs. He said that in the summer because he said that if I speak, I want how many players that they speak. I'm in big trouble. He said that. Then
he said no, he in big trouble.
2 weeks later, he came out.
Hold on.
Then 2 weeks
not
later,
Find
he came
those
out.
quotes,
I
then.
never heard him say that shit. But Big
He's
Light,
never said that.
In the summer,
No, hold on.
he said one
He
quote.
never said that.
He
I
never
haven't
said
seen
that.
that.
He
I
said in the
don't
summer.
like if I speak. I did hear him say, "I want experienced players," and then he backed off it because he said, "I want experienced players," and we had ended up signing. I think after that, 3 or 4 guys under the age of 20, right? So, or 21, because Caicedo was the last one. So in that part, I would agree with you. He did say he wanted experienced guys and everything else, and we didn't give that to him. But like what's his name said, I believe before the season started, this team was 5 to 7. Right now, you're 12th, right? That doesn't excuse what you're doing.
Exactly.
I hear your argument for the next manager, right? Because the next manager, people are thinking there's some fans who really think, yo, if the next manager comes in, this squad is a top 4 squad. In my opinion, it's not. We can argue it, we can go back and forth. That's cool, but it is to me 5 to 7 in the Newcastle Aston Villa range. That's where we are. So if we're not there right now, that means you're underachieving massively. You're six places off where you should be currently, right? But
yeah,
I hear what you're saying for the next manager, right? You don't have experienced forwards. Your most experienced and best forward is injured. There's no way you can expect somebody to come in and we don't have game changers in midfield in these type of areas, except for Palmer, who's 20, to come in and completely change everything to make them a top 4 team. Maybe when they come in second half of the season, we push a little further. We might push to 6th. We might squeeze 5th. But that's where, that's the best that I feel like this team can do. So I hear what you're saying for the next guy, not for this guy. You can't underachieve this badly. I said something about Potter.
Mhm.
If Potter was 8th, I wouldn't have been as onto him. You were 14th, 11th. This type, like, come on, bro. Like, you can't tell me, because I've seen even worse managers than you with a full season. Seen Di Matteo, AVB, all these guys. They were languishing in 3rd, 4th, 5th, right? It was still extremely poor, but that was 5th. Now we're talking about 11th, 12th. We might end up after the next few games in 14th. Come on. Like, there's no excuse for that. I get it. You don't have certain players, but honestly, that's not enough for you to be at this level right now. It's so bad.
The man didn't want
and he needs to go.
Vlahovic.
I'm
He
sorry.
offered
He needs to
Vlahovic.
go. That's the
He
reality.
didn't want him. He
Dude
turned
is
down.
ass.
This is what I always say about managers. If you don't ask for what you want when you want it, don't make excuses to me when it doesn't happen for you the way it does.
He don't need
I
if you-
understand the quote span wanting experience as well, but that does not take away all the mistakes that he has made and the decisions that he's made and the excuses that he's made over the last 4
And
months.
he turned down players like Vlahovic. He was offered to get Vlahovic. He turned them down.
He
You
doesn't
can say what you
need
want.
I heard you wanted
anything
Sesko
more
as
than
well,
what he
apparently.
has to be within
How
5
can he
to
want
7.
experience then if he
Nothing.
wants Sesko?
He needs nothing more.
Where does-
A better
where does
manager
Sesko signed for
has
Leipzig at that
5
time,
and
though. We
7.
couldn't get him
How
if we
can you
wanted.
say? How can you say anyone then say he wants experience if he wants Sesko? How does that make sense? It doesn't. It's all bullshit. That's what it is.
I ain't trying to hear that shit. With a better manager has us between 5 and 7. And you want me to go get the points? I can name the points. You want me to name the points?
Go for it.
Manager wins against Arsenal. Fuck that.
Yeah.
We win that fucking game. Brentford, West Ham,
Forest.
Nottingham Forest. I can stop right there.
Man United. Throw United in
Man
there.
United, the worst fucking team right now outside of us is Man United and Burnley. That's it.
I could
And he
even
couldn't
argue
beat-
Newcastle in the state that they
any
were
of them.
Yeah,
So that's your point.
You know what? I'm gonna say this
Yeah,
as well.
Bournemouth. Throw Bournemouth in there too.
Bournemouth. Those are your points.
Some of you are in denial face anyway, so I'm not.
Those are your points.
We're in
right
denial.
there. Those points right there. So to me,
Is that you or is that the space puppet?
Denial first. No, that's me.
You're
That's
in
me who said
denial.
it. Yes.
so to
That's
me, okay, whatever. Denial. Okay, denial. So to me,
I think
hold on, wait,
things
no,
are-
don't. Why respond to dumb shit? It doesn't make sense.
No,
It doesn't make.
I
Don't
think
even.
things are more in the middle than Fatore is making it seem, right? Because these guys are not as bad as they look.
And
right
that's why. Let me finish my point. Please let me finish my point. Let me finish my point.
Go.
Yeah. With all those points dropped that I just named that shouldn't be dropped, we should be 5th, 6th, or 7th, where I expected us to be. So that's why people, what about the owners? I don't give a fuck about the owners. Because if we were where I expected us to be, I would have nothing to say about the owners. And the reason we're not where I expected us to be is because of the manager. It's because of the manager. If we was in 6th, 7th, I'd be like, cool. Especially the way Villa is playing, Tottenham is playing, which 2 teams I didn't expect to play this well. I would be like, okay, I would rock with that. I would rock being in that position, along with Arsenal playing, City, Liverpool. I would be cool with that. We're in fucking 12th, and we get to 10th and drop back down. Every time there's an opportunity to climb up, we drop right the fuck back down. Nobody don't tell me about he wasn't back. He wasn't this. He wasn't that. It's
all right, listen, chat. If you don't like my opinion, just 20 quid me, man. I don't care. 20 quid.
Nah, nobody ain't gonna say we can disagree with your opinion. You can give your opinion. Nobody not gonna say
20 quid last
just
to kick me out, but thank you. Go on, Jimmy. Carry on.
I don't mind.
Yeah, you can give your opinion. Only thing we ask, if we ask you to back your opinion with what it's based on, and it's based on nothing, then that's when you're gonna have people like, oh, what the fuck? That's all that it is. Nobody's not gonna say you can't have your opinion, but when you have an opinion, you gotta back it up. How you reach to that opinion?
Jimmy, can I ask you as well? Like, what did you think when you hired Poch in the first place? I'll say my thoughts as well.
When we hired Poch, I thought anywhere between 4th and 8th. Europe. I said it. I said Europe.
Yes.
You predicted that too. You just said 7th earlier. What are you talking about, bro?
This is what I'm saying. This isn't your real opinion. Stop giving me your real opinion. Stop giving me your space.
I'll be real. Can I be real here? I think we're in 7 at least. 7 max. 7.
But we're not there now, so obviously we're underperforming.
Give me 7.
And that's the thing, that we're underperforming, and I can point directly to what the manager is doing that's helping us underperform.
We named about 5 games that we should have won. We could say that's about 15 points. An extra 15 points takes us to 34 points, and that would have us in 4th.
Think about it.
Bro, last night, Moyo and Peter was trying to tell me that, it's the owner's fault. How is it the owner's fault that the people on the pitch are underperforming? Where does that correlation come in? I could
also say it's responsibility.
I mean, the reality
I could understand about, your opinions on the
person. I want to put the owners at last, that's fine. But if you want this an energy about Poch, I said yesterday, I don't have any problem. As long as you put the energy, goes to the win Stanley and Stewart as well. Simple as that.
Yeah, they're part responsible. I hear that. I agree.
Listen, when it's all said and done, it's always going to be on the owner. So to say the owner is just like trying to paper over the cracks, it's the owner's fault. It's always going to be the fault of who runs the business.
Who runs the business now these days? Who runs the owner? I never said the owner's fault. I said the direct.
Not you. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about on any level. It's always the owner. You can always say it's the owner. You can always say that, but that would just be alleviating everybody else. And that ain't what the fuck you do with a football club.
Jimmy, deep down, you realize the structure from the top is a mess as well.
It ain't no mess. They gave him a team that could have him in Europe, and he got him in 12.
With Stanley Stewart.
The team they have for him could be in Europe right now.
You predicted that too.
Like, the only real question mark over this team should be the attack. The midfield is good enough. The defense is good enough.
Exactly.
And it's shit.
If we had a Thomas Tuchel, do you know the crazy football that we'd be playing with this defense, a better midfield and a better attack than we had when he left? We should be doing way better. And now we're looking at these players and we're questioning them because of this dopey manager and his shit coaching.
Why has the defense regressed? And you guys,
we can't defend a set piece. What does that have to do with Todd Bowley?
Yeah.
What does that have to do with Ed Bali?
He's not putting Enzo in the 10 and Connor in the pivot. He's not putting Colwell left back, the sassy right back. He's not protecting the points against United and Bournemouth. That's Poch. He's not making excuses every week. And Cuckoo, Chilwell, Lavia, Roja. That's the manager.
What about the mentality? What about the mentality of the squad?
Hold on. He got Lavia coming back, and then he talk about, oh, the transfer window, we need a midfielder. Can I ask y'all a question? Who is this midfielder, and when the fuck does he play? Somebody tell me. So is Conor Gallagher out? Who's being sold? Who? So is anybody gonna tell me? This is why I'm telling y'all this manager's full of shit and he's lost. He's confused. Somebody tell me. Tell me who's this midfielder and when does he play? Tell me.
Listen, hold on. This part, I disagree, man. I'll take a midfielder. I'll take an experienced guy in this team. Conor Gallagher cannot be my most experienced center mid. That's separate from the manager being who he is.
When he relies so heavily on Gallagher, he probably wouldn't be the one getting dropped.
What kind of midfielder and where they're playing on the pitch?
I'll be honest, the guy that they offered us in the summer, we should go back in for him, Brozovic.
To do what? He's starting?
To play instead of Connor or play instead of whoever. We need somebody in there who knows what the fuck they're doing. This is separate of Poch.
Yo, but Kuku's coming back. Huh? He should be playing in the fucking cam. Who? With the rest of them fucking dickheads behind him. Why are we making this so hard on ourselves? Pause. Like, it's not that difficult. It's really not. Right when Enzo looks lost, that's where Nkunku should play, because that's where he excels. Why are we doing this?
Are you guys worried? Let's say if we sack Poch now, let's say if hypothetically if we sack Poch now, there's a club statement. Now hold on a second. Like if they sack Poch now, are you not worried that he's gonna bring let's say Frank Lampard back as a manager? I'm worried that they're gonna bring some.
No, I don't think nobody's bringing back Lampard.
First of all
I'm not
yes
worried
men.
about
You've
that.
got to get out of your mind. All your managers are yes men.
If someone's doing a bad job,
I mean, listen, Nkunku is a forward, man. Like, I know, like we've all argued and disagreed on where he's gonna play and not play, but even when he plays the 10, this guy is a forward. He doesn't help the midfield much.
Yeah, he's not.
I don't see this manager even playing. I don't see this manager playing as a 10. I'm saying based on even what this guy is doing. If they say, "Yo, give him the January window," right? If we want to get rid of certain guys, like I genuinely feel this guy Connor is playing because I don't see what he's getting. He's playing because he's the most experienced 25 or 24. What the fuck he is? 24. These other guys are super young, so he's not gonna bench him like I want him to. I've been saying if Lavia comes back, you bench him for Lavia. He's not gonna do that. We know he's not gonna do that. And probably the next manager won't either.
Fucking team don't need players, man. This team do not need players.
People say Caicedo was inexperienced last season.
Look at these other fucking teams. Look at these other fucking teams playing better than us.
Let me ask you a question.
It's young people up and down these teams. What the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah,
let me ask you a question. When Villa were in 16th under Steven Gerrard, they had a load of experienced players, didn't they? Yeah? Experienced players. They had experienced players. It's not about experience. It's about coaching. That's what it is. It's about coaching. I don't
understand how the fuck.
Remember, we were a point off relegation with a team that won the league.
Yeah, with experienced players. So it's about the coaching. It's about whether you believe in the manager or not.
You don't just have to win with the squad.
I don't know why you can't be both.
You can. You can. There's more than one way to.
Because we have enough play. Like, I don't know why people saying we need this kind of player. We don't know what kind of player we need when we don't have a manager.
Yeah.
To keep saying what kind of player you need when the manager can't use what he has. Every player that we know is a good player.
Every player, a better coach would have us in the European slots, and we'd all be a lot more patient as a result of it.
Every player that we signed, that we all thought were good players, they no longer look like good players anymore. So they were all bad signings? Y'all really fucking believe that? Y'all really believe every player could just...
No one was talking about Caicedo's age last season. Nobody. Nobody's talking about Caicedo's inexperience last season. What are we talking about here?
Exactly.
Where's Arsenal's experience?
Going into the season, nobody said. Going into the
Where's
season,
Newcastle
we
experience?
need Caicedo to unlock Enzo. Nobody said anything about no fucking experience. When I said pay 85 and leave at 85, Jimmy, you're stupid. Remember when I made the "We Don't Need Caicedo" song? Don't go over 85. Pay 200 if we have to.
Yo, but hold on, Jimmy. Why are you acting like I didn't say the same thing as you?
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the fan base in general. So nobody was complaining about experience then. Nobody. It was he's gonna unlock Enzo, not him and somebody else. Him and an experience. It was him. It was him.
Exactly.
That's to me. That's a that's massive miscalculation from the fan base, just hyping or whatever. Caicedo can't do everything by himself. He was never going to do everything by himself.
Nor according to this fan base, he was.
He doesn't have a manager.
Fan base calling for
here's the thing. Here's my thing.
Santos to play when we couldn't get.
I always believed under this manager, or under this ownership. Sorry, they're not going to hire the best of the best managers. They have something they're going for. They want to do certain kind of, someone they can control, who will talk to them. All these, that's cool, right? But at Chelsea, I've seen us at least, maintain our level to a high level under mediocre managers. Now, this is under Roman when we had world-class players. So I didn't like the fully, 100% the developmental role where this guy has to be able to develop these guys. Those are for top managers, and he's not that. So he has to go now. And now you have to do the merry-go-round of, I don't know about that.
Daniel, you know why that's bullshit? Daniel, is Daniel Howard top manager?
Is who?
How?
Is Daniel Howard?
Newcastle. Is Emery a top manager? What is Arteta a top manager? So this idea that we have to have a top manager is bullshit, bro.
It is bullshit.
It's bullshit. Thomas Frank a top manager.
I'll be acting like Emery hasn't won the most Europa Leagues in history.
But is he a top manager then? I'm asking you.
What we're saying when it's top,
you would never call him a top manager, would you?
No. But he's taking his team to the level that he's taking other teams. Like Sevilla was making top 4 in Spain regularly.
No, bro, he's third in the Prem. That's not like
he's okay.
It's not like being third in La Liga where there's like 4 teams. That's not the same thing.
Fit is way more important than the name. Fit is more important than the name. I don't care who is who. As long as he gets these players, these young kids to play ball every game,
this idea of top managers is bullshit to me.
You can bring in Ange.
Top managers who can get the job done.
Ange has.
Hold on. Let me say this.
I keep doing the same shit I was doing with Potter and these, because everything that they're telling me about Slot and Amorim, they told me the same bullshit about Potter. Young manager, he can do this with these guys and all this bullshit.
Well, I hate to tell you, you're gonna stick with some stuff will apply to some people and some stuff it won't. Just because you heard it before don't mean you don't. Just because you hear it again, you dismiss it. That's not how you can't live life like that. Like, oh, I missed on this guy.
You gotta learn from forecasting.
Right? Yeah, you learn from forecasting.
Every time at my club that I've tried this kind of manager, be it AVB, be it Di Matteo, be whoever, for a long-term period, beat Lampard, it has not worked. It hasn't.
So you should just never try hiring someone ever again, or
yeah, apparently.
Is that what I said? Or how about hire people who've won shit? Every manager who's won shit before Chelsea and came to Chelsea, guess what they did?
How possible is that, do you think? Or how about you just go down the route that everybody else has?
I want the fit over the name. The fit. I need the manager that's going to get these kids to play hard.
All right, give me names then. Give me names. Some good.
It's not fans' jobs to come up with names.
It's not our jobs. We're not the recruitment team.
There we go.
No.
What do you mean? There we go. That doesn't mean we should keep Poch just because we don't know who we replace.
Hold on.
How about they go and get somebody? That's their job.
I'm saying Poch should go. I'm saying the names that I've heard mentioned for Chelsea, even in the summertime, was Kompany, was Amorim, was Thomas Frank. Right? Those are the names I've heard mentioned interviewing for this club.
Yeah.
I don't want any of those guys. Am I allowed to say that? Or should I wait
say that all you want? Yeah, nobody.
I wanted Mike Ashley out of Newcastle. Do you think I had the freaking replacement lined
What does
up?
that have
Do
to
you
do?
think I
That
had
has nothing
ideas?
to do
No.
with what I'm
bro.
I just
saying.
wanted
They
Mike
didn't
That
win
has
the
absolutely nothing to do with what I'm saying.
Daniel.
I was willing to say this guy sucks. I want someone else running Newcastle. This guy sucks.
I didn't even mention
know who the
Daniel-
replacement is. But I could see that it sucks. Right?
The fuck, like, what are you even talking about?
What do you mean? What
People
am I
just say
talking
things
about?
just to like make them. No, I'm not talking. I'm talking to the chat. They just say things just to like answer their point and build a fucking narrative. I want the best for Chelsea. I've seen what works. Pardon me for being a fan and saying, "Yo, just give me what works, man. Fuck all this other shit you trying to do. I'm cool with that."
But
That's
but
cool.
you saying give me what works more than what you say work though.
For Chelsea. I don't
No,
care
it's
what
not
happens
this
with
for
other
Chelsea, bro. This for Chelsea
care what
shit
happens.
don't
I'm
mean.
not Newcastle.
Yo, Chelsea's
I'm
a
not Arsenal.
badge. It's not an actual person. It's just it's a badge and an emblem. The people who running it is
It's
actually
more
what
than that.
Chelsea is.
There's a culture. No, it's a lot more than that.
No, bro, it's not. No,
We've
that
built a
shit is not
culture-
lineal,
we've
bro.
built a
No,
culture
no.
and an
There's a whole new
expectation, right?
ownership. Like,
Hold on. Just hear me out. We've built a culture and an expectation over the last 21 years, right? There's a certain level that we've been at. You will never see Real Madrid doing what the fuck we're fucking doing right now. They
Real
can buy
Madrid
young players.
they have not changed anything. There has not been a new guard. There's a
Oh my
new
God.
guard.
You're not
They don't have a
Bro,
new
that's
owner.
I am hearing you. It's like we live in a reality though. The
What do
reality
you mean
is
new guard? Real Madrid is changing their team as we see it right now.
no, but they're
Right in front
not
of our
changing
eyes.
the guard, meaning their model has not changed. Chelsea
Exactly.
model
Our
had
model
to change. It's brand new owners. You never go from new. You can never name something that go from new owner to new owner and keep the fucking model. That's unheard of in sports.
Yep.
It's literally unheard of.
Yeah, but the new model stinks though. I don't like it.
The old model was starting to rot too. We know. We saw it. And to be honest,
The old model needed
the old model was about to be in a hell of a lot of problems. Let's be honest.
hold on. The old model, to me, the old model for us was in line with Bayern Munich, was in line with Real Madrid, was in line with clubs of that status. Yeah, we hire, we fire. They do it too. Yeah, we look for the best players in the world. They do it too. Sometimes you go low, sometimes you go high. Cool. That was our model. Now for a last
We didn't buy the
years,
best
with
players.
But hold on,
that's
cool.
cool.
No, hold on, wait, Surfer. Hold on, wait.
Everyone.
This is such a fallacy. Such false.
Hold on, wait, Surfer, wait.
So when I signed
Daniel,
Kante, he wasn't the best player. When I signed Fabregas, he wasn't the best. When
you
signed
signed
Costa, he wasn't the best.
when you signed Morata, when you signed Bakayoko.
Yeah, we started fucking up at the end. You're telling me about the end.
And that's what I'm talking about. So it wasn't sustainable.
What about us putting the UCL and then again Lukaku
this
and
is the thing that's
Savić?
disingenuous.
Same thing that he was doing previously.
But Daniel, our best years were almost 20 years ago. Do you know how the landscape of the game changed? There's way more competition now,
it
bro.
wasn't almost 20 years ago, man.
Yeah, bro, what are you talking about?
It's 7 years since the title challenge.
And that wasn't our best years. 7 years ago was not our best years. Under Roman.
7 years, okay, 7 years since our title challenge.
7 years ago was not our best years.
7 years ago, you can say 10 years ago, because we won the Champions League about 12 years ago, right?
Yes.
So we won about 12 years ago, then we won the league 2 years later, right?
Yes, but that still wasn't our best team.
3 years later, and we're still second. We won the Europa League during those times.
But Daniel, that's being disingenuous. That was not our best team, Daniel. That wasn't even our best time.
We were still one of the best teams in the world.
But look what happened over that time. Hold on.
You're right.
We started eroding. And if Roman was still here, bro, we would be for sure getting a point deduction. Because all of the dirt that's coming up, this shit wouldn't have been hidden.
And we weren't one of the best teams.
Bro, he was stashing money, paying people under the table, he in debt.
What do you mean we were?
When was the last time we competed for the league and you're saying this, bro?
This is what I'm saying. It wasn't sustainable. We were running.
Oh my God. So the last 4 years,
it wasn't sustainable. We still win trophies, though.
The last 4 years,
it wasn't, but we still winning, yeah. But it wasn't sustainable.
Yo, we were fighting that. We were fighting for our top 4 life, bro. Every year.
The last 4 years the last 4 years of Roman's era defines his entire era.
No, I'm not talking
called
about what we were going to.
It's called a downward trajectory.
It was going down.
I
Shit was
agree.
going down.
Can I tell you why I agree? I agree. So can I now tell you why? Because he was doing the wrong shit. That's why we were falling off. He
He was
stopped buying the
doing
best
what
of
he
the
was
best.
always doing.
Instead
Yes,
of
I don't
What
understand
are
what you
we
mean.
talking about?
What's
He
your
was doing what
point?
he been doing, and he wasn't gonna change.
Okay, so when as a club we were signing because we always spent big money, and even then during those 4 years we spent big money. When we were signed Thibaut Courtois or Peter Cech, as those were our two goalkeepers, top of the top when they came in, right? And then we went in that summer. We were going after Allison. We didn't get the best keeper in the world. We went for Kepa for 70 million. No one knew who the fuck he was. That's the same model as he was doing previously. Bakayoko was the same model. Zappacosta Autos was the same model he was doing previously.
It's the
That's
same
what he was
model.
doing?
Bro,
It's
what are
the
you
same model.
That's not the same fucking model. What are we
Why
talking about?
isn't it? It's the same. It's literally the
Pick
same
up
people.
overhyped young talent like we always
Yeah, it
do,
was
and
the
we sign
same
them.
people.
That's
It
what
was
we do,
Marina.
bro.
It was
Hold on,
Roman.
hold on.
It's literally the same people. What do you mean if it's the same model? It's not our
Oh my
fault
God,
they were
it's not
swinging
the
and
same
missing.
people. It's
They
not the
was.
same people.
It's the same model. They were swinging and
It's
missing.
not.
It's the same
It's
model.
not. It's not.
Bro, they were just. If those players they were signing were
Like, last
actually
time shit made
connecting,
sense,
would you say it was a different model?
Content. If what?
If those players we were signing were actually connecting and doing their job, you wouldn't have thought it was a different model. You'd have been like, yo, we're signing the best talent in the world.
Yo, so why
No,
would
but
someone
there
change
was-
their
how was- okay.
No, Daniel,
Let's
how would
focus.
someone
Listen.
change their model if it was working so much? Why would you then decide to just randomly change it one day? What does that make? What's the
I
sense
think it
in
has
that?
something to do with. I think it has something to do with Roman firing his director of football and naming Marina as director of football. It might have something to do with that, right? It might
Marina
have
had
something to do with
some
the fact that the last time that we had a good recruitment strategy, we got some top players in, and Manalo was still here. It might have something to do with that part
So
of it.
hold on.
that
So all
Roman
right, let me
gave
ask you
full
this,
control.
Daniel.
That could be-
basically gave
Daniel,
full control
agree
to
or
Marina.
disagree? Agree or disagree? Is
Let's do it.
Caicedo and Enzo not two of the best young midfielders in the world?
I don't know. They're okay.
No, not based on your personal opinion, based
Yo,
on what the
he's
world, the football world thinks of them.
Cool. Yeah.
Yes, right?
Yeah.
And that's who we signed. How are we not doing what the fuck Roman would have
Okay,
did?
so last time we sold one of the best young midfielders in the world to buy an experienced old head who was world class. So that model is the same as this model, yeah? So when we sold KDB, we didn't give him a year. We sold him and said, fuck off, we're getting Fabregas because he's the best of the best. That's the same model as this. When we said Lukaku, fuck off, we're getting Costa. That's the same model as this.
Bro, Caicedo is one of the best
That's the
DMs
same
in
model
the
as
Prem,
this?
right?
It's not the same
Caicedo is
fucking model,
one of the
bro.
best DMs in the Prem, right? And we
He's
got
not
him.
the same fucking level as Conte.
Bro, why are you comparing? Why are you comparing them?
in the Premier League.
They're different
buying.
people. They're different people,
Oh wow.
bro. Caicedo was one of the best DMs in the world, right? Caicedo was one of the best in the Prem, right?
What's
Right
going
or
on,
wrong?
man? Hey, Keyshawn, calm down, bro. Change that shit picture,
Right
Keyshawn.
now.
man.
Nah,
Caicedo
fuck
is
no
ZS,
problem,
man.
So why is
Fuck
De
you, bro.
Zerbi?
What's the problem, man?
Why is De
Hold on, I don't
Zerbi
care
able
about
to
De
get
Zerbi.
the
Let me
best
just
out
say
of
this point.
Caicedo? Why
Caicedo
is De
cannot
Zerbi
lay
able to get
Conte's
the best
level
out of
regardless of his
Caicedo?
right.
Wait,
This
hold
is
on a
different
second.
level. Conte is an all-timer, and you
Bro,
was
what's your
already
point? You're talking about Conte and stuff. Caicedo
made my
right
point.
now is one of
I've
the
made my
best in
point.
the Premier League. So I don't get
No,
your
he's
point.
not. He's not
that
playing
we
like
signed
that.
one of the
Caicedo
best
is
He's not
DMs
playing
in
like
the
that.
Prem.
He's not one of the
You
best
are
players.
smoking something for sure. Oh wow.
But you didn't
You're
say he
fucking
was
crazy
bad when
for
we
telling me that
bought
he's
him.
one of the best in the world doing what? Are you stupid?
I said best in the Premier League.
He's
Was he
not.
not? Him and Rice. Who else? Bro, all right.
Yeah, the best in the Premier
He
League
was
season.
one of
He had a
last
great
season, but I think the point Daniel's trying to make is it wasn't for a long enough period to put him at that level.
It
in
I
season.
can't have the trying to act like
It's an
wasn't.
argument where you meet in the middle again.
It
Just-
wasn't.
It's a little
But
bit-
like
a
you
young
said
player can have a
before,
great.
we buy
Hold
the
on, a
best
young player
players,
can have a
right?
great.
And that's
young
what we
season.
did.
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool, right?
So
But you cannot compare it to somebody who we know this is the best of the best. This is an all-timer.
See,
When he ends
why are
his
you doing
career,
comparisons?
he's going in the
That's
rafters.
gonna ruin it.
Because that's who we were signing.
Bro, it's
That's why I'm
different
making
times,
comparison.
bro.
You just told me it was the same model as previously. How's it the
It
same
is the
model?
same
If
model.
what I was buying is completely different to
I
what I'm
don't think
getting
it's
now.
the
You know
same
what? It's cool.
model.
Keep
I'm
going.
talking about the
I
Roman
don't know.
model.
I
Was
feel
the
like
same.
our
It didn't
recruiting
change.
under Roman was a little bit
Let's
flavor
move
of
on.
the
Let's
month.
move on. Let's
A
move
little
on.
bit.
Let's move on.
Well, big up to JTI says inherited a team, then says half the team. Shake my head.
Yeah, JT.
It's a completely new squad within the last year, but like the amount of players that we cleared out, it's not the same team from last season. It's nowhere near. It's nowhere near. Big up to S Motive saying watching Chelsea fans cry is my monthly motivation. Big up to all you guys. Well, I'm glad we're a source of entertainment at least. But yeah, what a trophy for Arsenal. Big up to LVRNC saying Bowley won't care. He just bought the Kylian Mbappe of baseball for the Dodgers. Chelsea is just background noise. No, I believe that's just proof that he's willing to spend. But like, we need to get into Europe first before we could even consider getting big superstar names like a Kylian Mbappe. We're not getting them while we rot in 12. We are the 2 out of 10 in the club. Big up to JTI again saying it's not your opinion, it's you waffling. I think he was referencing Fata, but I appreciate
Shut
the
your
donation.
pussy, bitch, motherfucker. But
Well, thank you for the donation too. Big up to Yerps saying it's got nothing to do with whether a manager is at top manager. It's about having a manager that implements a fluid attacking style of play. Yeah, it's about a manager who can also just develop players and also just not make weird decisions within the lineup that don't improve us at all, but continuously get used. Big up to African Giants saying delete the club and start over. I'm done. My bad for my absence, Lewis. No worries. Appreciate the generous donation as well. Really do. Man's been working, killing the mustache game, by the way. I think I've just been lazy with it. But again, appreciate the compliments, my guy. We need experience. Period. Beyond embarrassing. Sean flipping Dyche. Now allow it. Big up the panel. I could agree with that up top. Everything else, I think we've got enough to be higher up the table than we are right now. And it's just been hideous coaching. That's been our biggest problem. Like, a better manager does not have us in 12th in December. It doesn't have us 6 points in front of a team that had a 10-point deduction. That is just poor coaching. But I do agree up top, we could do with someone who has been proven to score 20 goals a season consistently in the league. That would be nice. Appreciate the donation, though. It is good to see you back. Big up to David as well, saying it was so bad towards the end. We're already on a downward spiral and competing for top floor was so trash. Why am I mad now? Yeah, like I keep saying, the last 6 months under Tuchel wasn't good. It wasn't good. It was very terrible.
So does that? Can I ask you a question? Does that mean that? Does that mean that the last 6 months, the last 6 months of Tuchel define his entire time at Chelsea?
No, it's going to be defined by the trophies, regardless. That's what football's about. It's about winning.
Exactly.
So, like, I look at Tuchel and I say, look at the team that we have right now. So that's no Tuchel criticism or anything. But I mean, it wasn't good in the last 6 months. Both stand the same.
Yeah, we'll say the last 5 years of Roman was the poorest that we've been, right? The poorest that we've been under Roman. The last 5 years.
What?
5 years.
Yeah.
Of Roman being there. How many trophies do you think we won in those 5 years?
We won the Champions League, Super Cup, Club World Cup. I think the FA Cup still goes in, and the Europa League.
It's 5, and the Europa League, right?
6. Yeah, and the Europa.
So 5 seasons on that time, right?
Yeah.
And that was his poorest. That's when he started falling off doing what he was supposed to do. But he still had remnants of.
But we were still getting trophies.
He still had remnants of.
We still should have done more, but at least we were winning things.
What I'm saying is this: what carried us through wasn't his new model or whatever. What carried us through was remnants of the old model, remnants of the world-class players he bought previously, Hazard, Conte. Those guys were what carried us through, right? And even under him, we still signed Thiago Silva, somebody who helped us through winning the Champions League, right? This is all-timers. Yeah. This is when they finish their career, they're top 20 of all time, right? Throughout football. So now we're talking about, and I'm not even getting at these guys because they have to develop. They're not final form yet. I'm just saying, well, you can't keep signing guys who are not final form, and like I said, I look at the squad, I'm seeing 5th to 7th, right? And we're way below that. But our standard is top 2, right? So if I'm still looking at that standard, because I think people have adjusted, maybe they haven't done it knowingly, but they've adjusted their standards to be like, yeah, these guys are good enough to, with the right manager to push for top 4 or blah, blah, blah. Maybe once you sign this top 4, right? But they're not realizing that that's even a lot lower than Roman's worst years. Which was top 3.
I think the reason for that is I've always said we should have a team that's contending for titles, but I never thought it was going to be possible with this team this season. But if you get yourself into a position to be in top 4, you make more signings based on that, you can look higher up the season after.
But what kind of signings do you have to make top of that?
You got to bring in experienced signings. So you got to bring in experienced signings.
And that's all.
Players know how to do it at that level.
That's all we've been saying is like, okay, now we've been talking about a striker of the year, we're talking about Osimhen, one of the best in the world, right? Because we're saying, yo, we need somebody to come in here with experience, who knows what they're doing, who has played at the highest level, blah, 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 right? If not, why don't we go get Sesko then? If all that doesn't matter, if it's like we can keep doing the same thing over and over and
Osimhen
all
experience?
21
I didn't
years
think
together.
we were able to get him in the summer. I think he was already going Leipzig at that
You said
time.
Osimhen
Yep, he
experience?
was already
Is
going
he
to Leipzig.
experienced?
Yeah,
You
so we
saying
couldn't
he's
get Sesko.
experienced?
This nigga, what? Yo,
You're saying
who is this,
Osimhen's
bro?
experience? I'm asking you. You're
Yo,
saying
who the fuck is this, bro?
bro?
Yeah,
you're saying he's
Osimhen's won
experienced.
2 league titles. Am I correct? He won the French league.
Yeah, he
Shit,
won
bro. What the fuck
titles.
is he talking
Okay,
about?
I'm talking about the age.
Are you fucking stupid? He's been
No,
playing
but
since he was 18.
age.
He's
This is
playing
the
since when he was
thing.
19.
Age isn't
He's
experience.
25.
See,
You don't
that's my
define
thing. When
experience
people
by
keep talking
age.
about
By what you've done.
experience, okay,
It's about
to
how
some-
many leagues.
Bro,
No,
he scored
wait.
against
Some
him
people
when
How many
change it.
how many years have you played at the top level? How many titles have you won? How key were you to those titles?
my
It all
How many
depends on the
goals,
player. It's
UCL
age.
experience,
yeah,
big
some
game
people
experience.
some people equate it to age. So I had to ask. I had to find because people change it, bro. People
Like
change the
Tonali
definition.
was a signing that
Yeah,
you guys
but
don't
like
wanna
when people,
take it.
that's why I say age is not experience. It's about just
Well,
what
not-
you've done.
it's not
What
about-
have you done in the
listen,
game? How
it's
many
just
years have you
about-
played at the top level?
Thank you, Lewis. It's about experience and pedigree, right? Because you can have.
That's why I look
pedigree
at
from
Reece
18 to
James. He's
24.
24. He's experienced. Even
Yeah.
Gallagher, he's been in the Premier League for 3 seasons now. That's experience. to
Reece
me.
James isn't just experience; he has pedigree because you've seen him do things at the highest level against the
Yeah.
best players in the world. So you can look at him
Yeah.
and say, "Yo, this is one of the best." He did it in the Champions League against Real Madrid twice. He
injuries
did
are
it against this
just
team
silly.
twice. He did it against this team. Blah blah blah. Right? That's pedigree. That's
Big up,
experience and pedigree. People tell me experience is Badi Achilles put 100 games in the French league. Yo, that's not experience. That's not pedigree. That's good for a young player to build up, but he's still in the young build-up player stage because he hasn't faced Toni Kroos in the Champions League crucial stage. He hasn't faced Atletico Madrid when the tactics are designed against you. He hasn't gone through all these steps that you have to go through as a top player. So it's a difference. It's not calling him a shit player. It's not saying he's bad, but he hasn't done
Well,
that.
didn't the same
And-
apply to Sven Botman then? Then he's doing very
That's
well.
the thing.
for that.
Like, if I look your team right now, you got Botman, you got Shaw, you got Wilson,
Isak,
Isak, Trippier. Like, you got someone
Bruno
like
G.
you got some people that is reliable on the pitch as well.
Yeah,
Like,
and
we
know,
have
and they're
any-
not like the top dogs in terms of experience, but like Bruno G, 3 straight good years at Lyon, and then they played Champions League and did kind of all right in France. Isak actually was not this prolific in Spain or Germany or anywhere else, but he was a promising young player, and we saw that.
It also reliable as well. That's the key. And at the
Yeah.
moment, I'm looking at the bench yesterday. We don't have any insurance on our team. No one.
What is your bench? Let's see. What was your bench for you?
Have a look on
We
the
had
bench.
some options on the bench on Sunday, but it's because we benched our 2 highest goal scorers. So why do we even do that? One should be on the bench, but not both.
Oh, Todd Bowley told him to do it. That's what happened.
Oh yeah.
Bowley
Bowley's
told
fault.
him to do it. Yeah, that's what happened.
I never said it's Bowley's fault, didn't I? Never said that.
You did it.
We weren't
You did it at the start.
referencing.
What are you talking about? You did it at the start of the conversation.
Didn't you
Stop
say you
thinking
was
about
gonna?
going
You
Didn't
might
you
have
say
did.
Pochettino
Never
was
said that. I never
No,
said Bowley.
what's
Did I?
what,
Didn't you say
my thing-
Pochettino
listen, my
was
thing
gonna
is-
fail?
I'm not
So
even
who
saying,
said
yo,
that
How dare
And
you?
they deserve
How
someone
dare you
was saying
talk about
earlier.
Bowley?
They do deserve.
How dare you talk
portion of
about
the blame.
Bowley?
They do deserve a big portion of the blame. But for not to even like start with Pochettino on the pitch, it's just madness. Yesterday, and you go to the games, so you should be actually wanting Pochettino out more than most of us, and criticizing him more.
I'm just.
Yeah.
I'm really tired. Look, I'm past to a point. Like, what's the even point?
What was your
even for the
reaction
whole-
when he put Colwell on again and put Cooker at right back?
Bro, honestly, I've seen it before. Like, what's even the whole
play
point?
Enzo
Like,
in
I've
some sort of
already
fucking
seen
hybrid
it
10
before, and
thing.
I'm seeing it again. Andrew is
Gallagher
just
in a
like,
pivot.
What
Gallagher
was
in
the
a pivot.
reaction like at full time, by the way?
What was
Because
the
I saw there was a lot of boos when we went to United.
there
Was it
were
the same?
there was not. I would say he's equally as bad, but I never hear a word about Poch out on the ground at all.
That's mad.
Oh yeah, because I haven't heard a lot there either.
That's mad.
I know a lot. I know there are an amount of match-going fans that are Poch out from what I've seen on Twitter, but like
It's just
I
not
don't
the
hear any
majority
chants or
yet.
anything. Not like
there
with
would
Sarri.
not appear any chance whatsoever.
Sorry, you had the whole away end chanting "fuck Sarri" ball
And
and
Sarri
everything.
did far better. Far better.
I think it's funny that people are saying, "Yo, you know, Roman's model is this and this and that," but they want this guy fired. That was Roman's model. Oh, we forgot that.
I think what I can hear,
Yeah, that's true.
yesterday is that
We forgot that part.
people
The Roman model doesn't work. They fired they'll have about, if they fired Poch, they'll have about 5 managers at that point in 2 years. But it's Roman's model that was fucked up, right?
So it's quietly a case of like they just don't want to
model
do
in
this.
firing the managers. It was his transfer.
But that's why they got to be accountable, because they
was
picked
both.
another dumb manager.
I don't mind. Listen, managers will get backing from players. Sorry, would we be having this conversation if we were sitting 7th or 8th right now?
Nope.
No,
we wouldn't, right? We just wouldn't. Yeah, none of us would. None of us would be blaming Younes. None of us.
No, I would
we criticize things on a game by game basis, but it wouldn't be a getting manager out.
There would still be we need to
good enough to
it's not even that new.
But I would not be having a conversation about 12
even yesterday, like.
No, exactly. So we'd be having a conversation about we need a goalkeeper and a striker, definitely.
Even Matt Dove yesterday, he was just getting at the players, like, you know, like even I was sat to next to Matt Dove, like Matt Dove was just keep going at the players a lot yesterday.
I don't blame him.
You can have
I can see Terry had to make the trip up. I don't blame you guys. I really don't.
Not blame the players as well. But when Poch is not the one getting the game, when he does the tactics, he picks the players, he picks the team, he does the same mistakes over and over again. Gallagher in the pivot, Enzo in some 8-10 hybrid bullshit. Cucurella at right back, Cole at left back, bringing Matson on in the 83rd minute to do what? Bringing Bowyer and Jackson on to play them. What? Benching Sterling for what? Keeping Mudryk on for 80+ minutes on the fucking pitch for what?
Mudryk was good, man.
Mudryk was shit yesterday.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
He was better. I'll say he was better in the second half. He had a few good.
You're saying Mudryk is good? You're saying Mudryk was good because
bro, he's a Ziyech fan.
Standard. If y'all want to talk about standards, Ziad, the standards that you have for Mudryk is fucking down on the floor.
First half, he was just kicking the ball into space and crossing to no one. But in the second half, it was
average. When he does something bang average.
Yeah, go on, Andrew.
Wait. Question, because he'll notice, because he was a big fan of Werner. If Werner had done that performance that Mudryk did yesterday, do you think people would saying he played well?
No, give it a rest.
They did though. That's the thing.
Give it a rest.
Andrew, these guys are.
Yeah, some people did.
Actually, yeah,
they were saying that Werner was fucking running down the left wing.
That is a bad example. I do apologize.
They were saying, "Oh, Werner's so good. Look at his runs.
Yeah.
Look at bullshit." Why do we congratulate
Sucker
shit? You know what I'm saying? Like,
we congratulate.
At the end of the day, we're not gonna get a winger
Mudryk was
as
your
good as
best player yesterday, apparently.
At the end of the day, we're not gonna get
which
a
doesn't say
as
much
good as Hazard, right?
And
Hazard is an all-timer, one of the best ever.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, it's
but you cannot go from Hazard
probably
to this nigga, man.
Probably.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It could have been him and maybe Badia Shield.
What about this? What about this? If Pochettino's comments weren't as bad as they are right now, and he actually took accountability and wasn't listing 50 excuses after every game, would you guys still want him out?
I would still want him to drive himself off a bridge. I'm sorry, I do.
The thing is, we're still 12. And there would still be a lot of issues.
But the point
I would respect him more because he owns up to
make it less infuriating, I guess, but it would still be there. So,
but the point is, like, Lewis, you can't back someone. You can't back someone with that kind of mentality.
That's what it is.
Even Tuchel, when he came in, and at the start, like in the league, we weren't that great, but he was taking accountability for the performances and the results, and which made the fans actually back him even more. You know what Pochettino's doing now is come on, bro. Listen, we ain't
no
Tottenham.
ownership. He's not taking any ownership.
We ain't Tottenham, man. We ain't Tottenham. We don't accept this shit. So
I said the reality is mid-table, bro.
Listen, man. Even you know, I just like even someone like Cole. He said, "I love all these youth guys and all this shit. Like it's cool, but these guys are not ready to lead a club like Chelsea. You give him a captaincy. What are you giving him a captaincy for?
That's crazy.
Because he's Cobham. We're arguing.
Yeah, it's a pit.
Literally, it's him. It's Gallagher.
And he had his first game.
He's not even Cobham, but why?
Listen, you giving this guy Gallagher in it? Come on, man.
Yeah,
it's a PR move.
You can't accept that.
Imagine we had to rely on Gallagher to, Oh dear.
No pedigree. What have you done on earth when the Chelsea armband. That's why
Oh, sorry,
Pochettino
man.
doesn't want it.
Hey,
It was a
come on.
disrespect to him.
Right.
Tarkowski, you know.
Give big up Scott as well for the donation. Thank you, brother. Hashtag Pochin, Tarkowski in. Hashtag trust the process. Give Poch the keys. Poch has lost the keys. Poch has lost the keys. He's trying to get them remade, and they're not the same. They aren't the same.
Yeah, Pot's too drunk to drive, man.
Just a catfish. Big up to African Giants as well, saying it is possible. Is it possible that Poch's having trouble getting the best out of these young players? I just don't believe that they're mid, however young they are. Yeah, it is possible. It's very possible to the point where I believe it. Poch is having trouble getting the best out of these young players. He's just not a good coach. That's just it. A better manager would be doing a lot better with these players. And he wouldn't be making the silly decisions in game that he's doing. He wouldn't be blaming everything on injuries. Big up OG Harmony. Big up to African Giants as well. Saying, to be fair, there are some issues one can have with the board, like how they're stockpiling young players. But that doesn't, well, all that doesn't affect what's going on in a game-by-game basis. It's on Poch. But yeah, Poch is the primary problem for me.
What I've been saying.
Pitch, we wouldn't really be complaining about all that, would we? Because we'd be higher up the table. There'd be a lot less to micro-analyze and be worried about. The problem, nothing's working on the pitch, so now everything is being looked at.
Right, exactly.
When in reality, if the football improved, we wouldn't be in this spot. We wouldn't be questioning everything.
Let me ask you a question, right? Let me see, right? And last 2 years, how many times have we heard the Arsenal fans say Kroenke out in the last 2 years?
Barely.
None.
No?
And they used to be
maybe.
Let me go on. Yeah. Because they're doing well. Have you heard any FSG outs? Long FSG chats out from Liverpool fans at all? How about Spurs?
They're doing well.
Levy out, Enoch out. That's all as it once was before. The owner's job is very simple if they can pick the right man and the people in charge. Yeah. That's all it is. That's all. If you can pick the right people in charge who can do their job properly, then the owners don't even. Because remember, no one actually says the owners do or praise the owners when the team's doing well. Hardly, right? Hardly. The owners hardly get any praise. It's all the managers, all the players, right? The owners don't take a lot. They don't get given a lot of the praise, right? Because they're supposed to back the manager and stuff like that, which is fine.
Winter Mudryk.
And that's the owners will get blamed when they pick the wrong people, and they should. And they're not blameless from this whatsoever.
Can I say something real quick?
If they let him last longer, or if they get another.
Like Roman, when we're comparing,
Jacob, have some
people are
shame,
saying
man.
like, "Yo, it was going downhill under Roman." Like,
Alex, you're on the beach, Alex. How is it, man?
Right, let him talk.
It's nice. I just had Steven Spielberg up my ass with the camera. I'm still on proper fall.
How did they get the crew out?
I don't know, man, but it's definitely a 3D picture, man, and I'm still on proper fall. But I heard Ziad saying that all I want to know is, like, guys, compare the midfield, what midfield and other Premier League teams that above us, like the ones that actually lead in the league. Just look at the midfield, and please tell me that our midfield cannot do better than that.
We dominated Arsenal.
What I'm saying is, like, no, it's not Arsenal. Arsenal is not on top of the league. It's Liverpool.
Yeah, Liverpool. Yeah, so I don't
Liverpool.
Look at the table.
Exactly. Like I'm saying, like that's not about the actual players. It's the way you put those players in. My problem with Pochettino is actually the way he keeps constantly changing. He constantly changing and trying. And it's not gonna work if you're gonna keep it changing. The players will not find each other on the field. My biggest problem against Everton, Caicedo could not find Enzo. Enzo was nowhere near to be found, and he's more reliable. That's why Caicedo is not willing. There's actually a moment in the game where Gallagher was right beside Caicedo, and he refused to pass it to him. That's saying something. That's saying that he does not trust it, because at the end of the day, Caicedo is the one that's actually gonna have to wait and make to fix the mistake that Gallagher is gonna make. Everybody knows in the world that Gallagher is not good in the pivot, but he still tried. And I actually heard the biggest freaking excuse in the world that's saying that Enzo's father asked for Enzo to play higher. If your manager, I don't know if it's true or not, But if
Well,
you
your dad
manage
told
it,
me you have to play you higher up the pitch, so you're going
yes,
up in the
if
10s.
yes, this is like the such American
What
thing.
is this,
Like
bro?
my
Under
son
18,
deserves.
That happens
Are we
with
in
Wait,
primary
let
school?
him finish. Let him finish.
What I'm saying is like you have to actually look at the players the way that the benefits the players, not the way the benefits like you have to play for the team. So at the end of the day, you have to build the team to benefit the team, not individual, the team. And that's what lacking with Pochettino. Please tell me that the way that he set up the team in the past couple of games benefit the team. And that's your answer. It didn't benefit the team. It benefit individual to please their agendas, but it didn't benefit the team. Like look at the Liverpool midfielder. What's his name? He is Argentinian. Do you think he likes to play? Yeah. Do you think who?
Alexis
McAllister.
McAllister.
Yeah. Do you think he likes to play in a six? No, but he does the job because it benefits the team at the end of it. I don't give a fuck what Enzo's father feels like. Put him where it benefits the team. And another thing, the midfield is too far deep, even with Enzo from the forward line. That's why Enzo has to make those risky passes.
That's why Broja is
Another thing,
isolated.
the what?
That's why Broja is isolated.
No, that's why Broja cannot press the game. Our biggest problem with Broja is not pressing the game like Jackson. And what's his name? Lewis is right. You cannot bench the two of them. You can bench Sterling. Don't bench Jackson because of it. Jackson didn't do nothing wrong against United. Compare what actual Sterling did. I don't understand this whole setup in the first place. I really don't.
We've just got this. Pochettino would ideally like a bigger centre midfielder in the squad, particularly in games where he knows.
Oh my God! Please bring the stats of number one team in the league right now. How high are they? The tallestness of their team compared to Chelsea. Please, for the love of God, do it.
This is the thing that I can't. This is the thing that
I think Aston Villa though. I think
I can't understand this manager. Like, where was the sentiment?
Lewis pull the height of the Liverpool midfield and compare to Chelsea, and please make it sense.
Where was the sentiment in the summer? In the summer, when we could actually do something about this, where was the sentiment? Like, I don't get why now this is an issue, but you couldn't have seen this in the summer. And like in the summer when we were signing all of these players.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one.
Sobozai is 6'1" and Gravenberch is 6'2". I'll just compare them to Enzo and Caicedo.
But Gravenberch don't play. It's McAllister, Szoboszlai, and
Endo.
Endo doesn't play either.
What about Man City? What about Man City though?
Man City got Rodri and Stones. So
yeah, Enzo and Caicedo are 5'10".
Man City have acquired. Well, it's Rodri's there, and
Rodri's like 6'3". Yeah, he's 6'3". Basically.
Yeah, and then they have like 4 centre backs that are all like 6 foot, and then they have Haaland. So they have an area presence. The area presence excuse is waffle, to be completely honest. Well, to some degree, but why is he only pointing this out as an issue now? We had all summer to fix this, and he was silent. He's like everything's okay, everything's fine. But now it's an issue. He couldn't foresee that going into the season.
You poach in yesterday? Didn't you say you poached in yesterday?
Are you dumb? Are you actually dumb?
No, he didn't say he was.
He is though heavily medicated, so be careful.
Okay, I'm ignoring you. I think why couldn't he see that going into the season with Broja and Jackson would be suicide? Why couldn't he have seen these things? But now that everything's going to shit, now it's an issue. Now we need to tear things up. It's boring with this guy. And furthermore, he's not even using the players that he has correctly. So why should we even trust him to do something right with any new players? Like the players that he's asking for, is this going to benefit how he wants to play or how he's currently playing? Like, because if it's how we're currently playing, we don't want that. Nobody's supporting you in that. So if we get players for how he's currently playing, we're just going to set ourselves back even more. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Well, you got to worry about who he gets. If we do get anyone, how he plays them. That's what
he hasn't even stuck to his guns on how he initially started in preseason and the beginning of the season. He's changed. So are we not, like what
I would also say this as well. If you
Mail
look at
Store has also learned that there's a feeling at Chelsea that they could do with strengthening at goalkeeper amid concerns over the viability of options beneath Robert Sanchez.
I'm finished.
No, I can't.
That's three goalkeepers.
You
want a fourth?
These
I
reports
don't
have to be
believe
capped.
that.
These
I
reports have
don't
to be
believe
capped.
that.
to be honest, that goalkeeper thing, I don't think is a nonsense though.
That's not true.
That can't be true. We have bought 3 fucking goalkeepers.
Yeah, what did you say, sir? You coming out earlier.
Oh, sorry. I said a big part is Chelsea fan base in the summer, so we could get through a year with a normal goalkeeper. You know. Also, let me ask. This is where I will get on the recruitment and the ownership. I thought Serena was the best goalkeeper in MLS, not Petrovic, and then we bought Petrovic.
Serena.
So what is it? And also,
if they can't make any of those free work, then boy.
Oh, Slanino.
Guys,
being the best goalkeeper in MLS is like being a three-legged horse in a race.
You guys know keepers. Keepers aren't. You play them for 5 years, and in the 5th year they become world class. When have you seen that?
So, they're the best. You know what? The best position for a comps video is goalkeepers. It's the best position. You know what it is? It's the best position because all saves this. They don't ever do like the decisions to catch a ball or to kick it out or something like that, but they all fuck up like that. It's just the tips over the bar like that or the saves like that. Honestly.
The thing is, like, even the complaints about goalkeeper, I feel like Sanchez has been like improving as the games have gone by and throughout his Chelsea career. So I don't get why, unless it's just based purely on
his passing stinks.
Yeah, passing.
That ball touches his feet, bro.
But the shot stopping's there, but like, come on, like any good goalkeeper is meant to be good at shot stopping.
He's
like,
worse than
we employed Kepa Arrizabalaga. We employed Kepa Arrizabalaga.
Guys, I hate to
take Kepa back over Sanchez on my life, bro.
You guys see what he just did? He's comparing
on my life.
This keeper,
I'm not trusting Sanchez
to our worst keeper that we've ever had.
You mean our previous keeper? You mean our previous keeper?
Which is the worst we've ever had. You're not
he was still our previous keeper. He's directly replacing Kepa.
Yes, and he's shit, and this guy is shit too.
Wait, what? Okay, he's not world class, but I feel like
that's where it ends. I don't want to hear anything more.
Hold on. Okay, that's fine. But we also hold on. We don't have world class strikers. We have a shit left winger. We have a shit left back. We have a shit centre back in Disasi. So I don't know why we're looking at
Disasi.
Nah, you're wilding, bro.
Yes, Disasi. I don't know why we're looking at Sanchez to throw. Yes, this distribution, but at least he's saving.
Hold on.
Any
distribution is causing shots on target.
Do a scope. Any good goalkeeper, as a bare minimum, needs to be a shot stopper. That is literally like your whole job. It's about the extras, the distribution, and it's just not good enough right now.
No, I mean, I get that, but Sanchez is clearly just a stopgap signing. Clearly. Well, I would like to believe so, at least. He's a stopgap signing.
But then what about the other 2 goalkeepers? Like,
stopgap, doesn't that make our point?
Wait, what's your point? That what? No. You're saying that Sanchez needs to go. Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. He's not the biggest.
We're going to say none of them are the answer.
Well, I think they signed Petrovic on potential for the future, but like,
they have to be the ones. Why are we going in for another goalkeeper if you don't rate any?
No. But I don't believe. I don't believe that report. That report's waffle. It does. It literally. It's completely. It's completely incongruent with everything, the sentiment that was carried throughout the entire summer.
Unless it's the top 3 in the world, I don't want to hear goalkeeper rumors.
What's congruent? These guys don't have. There's no congruency, man. Are you trying to find logic in what they're doing?
No, because in the summer, remember, in the summer it was meant to be Kepa and Sanchez competing. Then Kepa went out on loan. So then they were like, okay, cool, Sanchez is going to be the one to hold toe the line, because the whole sentiment was not that Sanchez is the guy. It was just, we're not going to delve too deep into the keeper market. I'm going to make do with what we can. Right. And I don't know.
Dual scope. Is that fair for me to say that was the wrong move?
it's not the worst move. It's because I don't think Sanchez is like the reason why we're so bad, you know, or I don't think it's even like top 5 reasons why we're so bad. Like I feel like it's an okay move with the goalkeeper. The bigger issues are like the striker, our attack, the way we're using our midfield, Colwell at left back. The coach's decisions and substitution, these are all larger contributing factors as to why we're crap. Not Sanchez in goal and his poor distribution.
I disagree, man. I think everything
What do you
plays
disagree
a part,
about?
but I've said
Because
this.
of a few bad
I think
passes.
everything
That's the
plays a
reason why.
part, but I've always said
A
this. Hold on. I
few,
think everything plays a part, but
I'll
I've
give
always
that
said
rest,
this.
man.
I haven't seen. Forget the passes. Sanchez has made some decent saves. I haven't come on here and said, "Yo, he had a good game today." He's had some great games, like 1 or 2, right? The rest decent saves. Cool. Our standard, and I hate to keep going back to that, is the best in the world, where you've saved us points, where it's like people aren't even going to shoot till they know they're comfortable that they're actually going to score, right? It's a different thing that would have helped the team to having this kind of guy. So would I say having a world-class striker who at times corrects errors that you've made, corrects fuck-ups like randomly what we've seen with other top teams, like even Spurs. Spurs have games where they're completely shit. Son just, he does what he does because he's one of the best in the league. We don't have that up top, and we don't have that in goal. Because there are games where we should have won if we kept our wits about us, had a top keeper in there who made some. Every
Arsenal.
keeper that's been world class for us has done that.
I don't think that's true, except from the Arsenal
Having
game.
Czech
Except
in
for the
your
Arsenal
team
game.
gives you an extra 15 points.
Well, yeah,
That's
in
the
theory,
reality.
yes.
Courtois in your team gives you an extra 15 points. That's the reality of having a top striker and having a top keeper.
I agree with that. I agree with that sentiment, but I think just
you can have mediocre in different areas. I've had seasons where I had Jose Bozinho as my right back, where I had David Luiz as my center back, or even Alex, who are good, but this ain't world class. This isn't top of the top. I've had times where I've had all these random guys playing in different areas, but the fact of the matter is my core was so strong: midfield, striker, goalkeeper, center backs, so strong that you can add slight pieces. You know what I mean? That aren't really that good next to them.
Yeah.
The point is, these guys are not that strong. That's one. And plus that, you have a manager who's an idiot. So I think it's a combination.
Yeah. I feel like, because with Sanchez, I feel like the only games he sold us is the Arsenal game and maybe if you want to say the Liverpool game. Other than that, I'm not really. I feel like he's been. In fact, he saved us against Bournemouth. He saved obviously we drew that game. He saved us in a number of other games, whereas you have literally people like Jackson who have cost us games in the Liverpool game, the West Ham game, Nottingham Forest game, and pretty much every other game following that. Like, it's just, I feel like if you want to talk about like instantly improving the squad, the goalkeeper should be one of the last things we look at. Jackson needs to go. What's it called? Another thing, like,
doesn't need to go. Let's not say he needs to go.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Do you know what? If it was me,
another striker, I ain't getting rid of Jackson.
I would.
You know who Jackson is in his team?
I'll put him on the left.
This guy is this guy is a Salomon Kalou type of guy. He can be in the squad. Don't get me wrong. Well, you can't have Kalou starting for you every game. That's crazy.
Nah, you know what? I think
in some games that's cool, but
that's a crazy comparison. But I hear it.
Nah, he should be converted into a midfielder. He should be converted into a midfielder.
It's a Kalou type of guy.
I hear it though. Like, we don't need to get rid of him, but like we could do with another number.
You don't need to get rid of him, but put him on.
I know,
I
don't think
this guy. Maybe play second striker. That's cool, but to start for Chelsea, no, he's not that guy.
Yeah, definitely not.
No, he should be converted into a centre midfielder. Honestly, he can't head. He can't. He should be converted into a centre midfielder, just like a Gallagher type, running around, pressing, whatever. I'm not saying he'll be a good midfielder, but he'll be a better midfielder than he's a striker.
Why not just put him at the left wing? That was his original.
Because he can't dribble. He just runs in a straight line. He just runs in a straight line, then he just gives the ball away. Like he can't dribble. No, he can't.
His problem is that he over dribbles.
Yeah, he holds the ball too long. That's his problem.
Like he struggles
to beat every single player and then pass it.
He just runs
no IQ there. Kalou, like I said,
happy birthday.
See these kind of things. Sometimes you got to pull from history.
Happy birthday, honey. Hope you are getting young.
Oh my days, but have some self-worth, man. Have some self-worth.
What do you mean? I said happy birthday, and then what?
I'm disrespecting Kalou. All right, big up Kalou then. My bad. The chat is saying I'm disrespecting Kalou because he's a different. I'm saying this is the same level.
Nah, Daniel, you on point, bro. You on point.
It's
Bro,
the same
Jackson
level. You
is
have
not good
Drogba
enough
and
of a.
Bro, what the fuck is this?
You have
How come
Drogba and
you
Anelka. Those are your strikers. If Drogba isn't starting, Anelka starts. Kalu, you don't start. You sit on the bench. We bring you on sometimes. You play music in the dressing room. That's cool. That's what this guy's supposed to do for us.
That is
Come in,
jokes,
play some
bro.
music in the dressing room. Don't come and start starting for Chelsea. He's not
Right,
good
the
enough.
bio. I called him a DJ.
It's just like another thing with this man. Like we brought him in because allegedly he was meant to like improve all of our players, like individual, but like if that was what he was brought in to do, why is Mudryk not even playing as many games as like, if he was meant to improve these players like Mudryk and Madueke, these players have to be starting so that they can improve. If not, they're just not improving.
Pochettino will have significant involvement over talent indication ahead of the transfer window. His involvement will be restricted to making technical recommendations. Okay. His talent ID stinks. So yeah, leave it at that. That's fine. I don't care. Good. Like I wanted to keep Mount and Havertz. We already know about his talent ID. I'm good.
Yeah,
technical recommendation. If he's even here by then,
No,
like
Poch won't get sacked. I don't think he'll get sacked. I don't think.
let him lose to Sheffield United.
I mean, yeah.
Don't say you don't think he'll lose to Sheffield United, brother. Because come on, man.
No, to be fair, Sheffield United is probably the worst team in the league, like bar none. Probably the worst.
Hey, we exist. We're here.
Like, I mean,
Lewis, we're going out anyway after losing to Sheffield.
Yeah, this super chat tells us every.
Yeah, that's why I want us to win, so I don't have to go live and vent for a few hours before that. But I know what we're on anyway. Andy Q saying I'm a Barca fan and I'm interested training Rafinha for Gallagher. To be honest, we in the mud also. Xavi is speaking like Potter. Say we play well after our loss. Oh shit! You guys are suffering as well. I think it's first world problems compared to third world problems with you and us, but I do understand. A different player for Gallagher. Give us Frankie De Jong. Go for Frankie De Jong.
No, we don't need another.
No.
We don't need another.
Actually, no. What number 9s do they have?
No, we can't.
Felix.
He's struggling a little bit. Man said Felix. Relax with that.
He was a striker.
Man said Felix. He went 14
unless
an assist.
Yeah, unless you want to reload the Ferran Torres chat, even though you man crucified me for saying that he should come. Yeah. Nah, I don't want any of that.
Hey, to Stegen. Yeah, do to Stegen. Go for that. We'll take it.
They hate the Stegen as well, to be fair.
Bring back AC. You can't forget AC. Well, we need more centre backs. We need more centre backs.
I knew you were gonna say
that. No, but even at this point, I'm just ignoring centre back links. Like,
you want AC back, heart and heart.
Yeah, like AC under all costs. That's fine.
Can I sorry, go on, bro. I want to ask you guys something. Like, because I've just been seeing this divide on Twitter regarding Cucurella. People are either like staunchly defending this guy and saying like he's good enough. Other people are saying like he has to go. I just want to know where you guys will fall on that regarding Cucurella. I'll give my sorry. You go.
I don't think it should be getting rid of him right now. If any left backs going, it should be Chilwell. I mean, and he shows versatility. He can play both right back and left back. So I don't see any reason to get rid.
Yeah, I think he has to go. Like
this is probably the only time we are gonna agree on something. That guy's trash. Man. Listen.
He's just like good, bro. He plays left back and right back to an average standard. He can't. He has zero offensive contributions, like none at all. He's not quick. His positioning is so bad. His only asset is that he has small legs, so he can make many multiple nibbles and multiple attempts of trying to win the ball. But overall, he's not a particularly great tackler. And I don't know. He just seems like a brain dead left back. I don't see why.
I don't rate him brain dead, but it's only I'm fixing other areas first. But again, the left back issue is like it's one where it's like, yo, we could have easily, play one of these youth guys there. I don't really care about that. You can have some mediocre players in certain areas, but he is mediocre. Let's not get it fucked up. He can stay,
and we spent 60 mil on him.
That's where my problem lies. Because when I was getting him for 65 mil, I'm thinking I'm gonna have somebody comparable to Reece James on the other side. Bro, he cannot lace Reece James's boots when Reece James is fit. He's not close in technicality. He's not close in IQ. defensive ability, offensive ability, any kind of ability you want to put on Reece James on that right side, Cucurella is not close.
He can't even lace his own Brighton standards. His Brighton standard.
signing to me. But
when he was at 21,
even then, I think if your core is a lot better than it is, you can carry some of these mediocre guys, right? You kind of carry them through the season, and because there was a time where for City, Fabian Delph was playing left back. This is an average player if you've ever seen one. They won the league title, 100 points. I think it was 100 points, but maybe it was a season prior. So it's like, you can deal with a Cucurella in your team. You can deal with certain guys in your team, but you cannot deal with Jackson as your striker, man. It's not possible in life, man. You cannot deal with these kind of guys as your wingers and even like Sterling. Listen, I've been giving him time. I've been giving him time, and I'm saying, maybe he's not good, bro. That was a poor signing for $350K to be our most expensive to have the most experience and all that. He's not helping these young guys.
Yeah, he's like a complimentary guy. He's not supposed to be
he's not it, man.
Top scorer or whatever. Like, no.
He's
not it, bro.
Big up, man. Big up, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. But listen, man.
Yes, bro. Hope you
man.
No, I'm not doing well, but Chelsea's stressing me out.
No, I hear you. Listen, man. It's stressing everyone out. But like, what I don't understand it.
Keep your voice to a normal level, please. Yeah.
No, we're not. I'm gonna go up to the highest level, Andrew. Just for
my
you.
God.
No, I'm just kidding. But I just don't understand. If you are beginning to have your FFP worries, and all this stuff, then why is he still here? Because you clearly you still need Europe. Yeah, if you are gonna at least alleviate some of those problems, and this guy's not gonna give it to you. I don't understand why he's here. That's what's just confusing me personally. Like, why do you still have him here when you know he's not gonna give you really any chance of getting to Europe? And then he's asking for another defender, another midfielder. I can at least understand maybe the striker situation, but like, what the hell is going on, bro? How many more players do you need? You know what I'm saying to you? Like, I'm sorry, man. It feels like, it feels like we keep on going on and on about this, but he should really be gone, man. Just should be gone.
I've heard a lot of people mention this whole thing of FFP, but I've not I think people are just guessing or assuming.
No, it's actually been reported door scope. Actually,
by who? By who?
Literally, in this recent report, they said they have worries about.
Recent report from where? From who?
This one, literally, the same guys that talking about that's on the screen right now by Sam McBell. He literally, I think it was in. I'll bring it up in a private chat for you. But he essentially said that the club is worried that they kind of like teetering close to the FFP tweets and.
They got 3 years.
The club is worried,
but
it can't be teetering when they've got 3 years because they were out.
That's what they're saying. Let me bring it up for you guys before I say that.
He wants to defend Sanchez and get Cucurella, Disassi, and Jackson. Get the fuck out. Wait, who's that directed to? I'm confused.
It's directed at me, man. I don't know if that's a kick out.
That's
it's a kick out. Who's that directed towards?
There's no way. No, it's directed at me. It's directed at me, but it just doesn't. It's directed at me. There's no way. Oh, that's.
Here's what it is, brother. Big up, my guy. Hope you have a good night.
Yeah, you too, man.
Take care, brother. Bless up.
Yeah, I put in a private chat in it, so you can read it.
Oh yeah, it was to do with scum. No worries, brother. No worries. Big up, my guy. Appreciate the donation. I'm sorry. Yeah, my bad. But yeah, thank you for the donation. Big up. Right, so Chelsea refusing to internally rule out the prospect of selling Conor Gallagher, who Pochettino rates, amid ongoing uncertainty over his contractual situation. Tottenham keen on Gallagher if Chelsea decide to sell. There was a little bit early on this as well. Chelsea prepared to consider offers for Gallagher in January to raise funds for Pochettino to strengthen other areas of the squad. Some Chelsea figures are understood to be arguing if it makes financial sense to sell. Probably for FFP, it makes way more sense. Because, again, just straight profit. If we're really going for free signings, I'm not surprised. I expect him to leave. Is what it is. He's been all right. Wouldn't mind keeping him as depth. But if he goes, I don't really care. It's not that deep.
They're looking for apparently at Gyökeres from, Sporting Lisbon, apparently, as a potential striker to bring in. But that's another guy. I mean, you know Gyökeres, right? From Sporting Lisbon. Like, he's an up-and-coming striker. But
again, you know, that's someone, you know, that's again, if that's somebody bringing in potential, you know what I'm saying? He's doing well in Portugal. I'm not sure how that's going to translate within 6 months, obviously, for a striker that you need to be banging in goals straight away, of course. So it's a
Wait,
bit.
who's someone? Did someone kick somebody?
Younes. All right,
yeah.
Cool. I'll have a look at him later tonight.
I thought Scott kicked
I know.
someone.
Let me just make it clear.
Yeah,
I don't mind being wrong, right? I don't
Oh.
mind us firing this guy, and because I think it's gonna be a guy like Thomas Frank, Amorim, and those guys come in and they boss it. I'll come on here and say, you know what, I was wrong. I thought these guys were on a low level to be at Chelsea, but they've come and they've done it. Cool. I'm just terrified. I'll be honest with it. I'm terrified of getting these kind of guys again because I've seen how it's worked. I don't want to try it again. I'd rather get somebody who I know is and of course those managers are only going to come here if they have certain guarantees or want certain quality players and blah blah blah. But if our squad is good enough, as we say it is, or some people tell me is better than what I even think, right? If it's that level, you should be able to attract a manager of high quality to come and coach this squad, especially if you give them a world-class striker and a world-class keeper. You should be able to do that, right? If these guys are really as good as they are, somebody should look and say, yo, you got Enzo and Caicedo and Badi and all these. I can do something with that. I'll take the job. But more than likely, it's going to be a Thomas Frank. So I'm very scared of that. I don't see how it's going to work, but I hope it does.
I don't know, man. I just think this squad is good enough currently for Conference and Europa League. That's what I expected, but I don't know, man.
It is. Our defense is good enough. Our midfield is good enough.
Yeah, but like I don't know, man.
100%.
Conference and Europa, that's what we should have been aiming for this season. But I don't know who.
No, the aim should have been top 4. But if we were to get in Europe, then it's something you can progress off.
But I hear you, Lewis. But like for me, if you expect like humps and bumps, particularly of like a young team like this, I always said Europa League and Conference League. That should be at least the first step before you go into like, you know, obviously if they're
I agree, but like that would be in the case of having a lot less individual mistakes from the manager that we've had.
Exactly.
I've already named about 5 games we should have got better results in. You'd add 5 extra wins to this team. We're in the top 4. That's the difference. That's the difference of what individual decisions can lead up to.
Give me Conference League, man, all day. Conference League football.
I mean, if it gets down to it, like just whatever.
I mean, if you win the Carabao Cup, you get Conference League, no? I mean, I don't know.
I could see us like just judging a Carabao Cup and just doing the vibes thing till May, and it will just be so.
Yeah, 100%. Like start by the Conference League next season.
Man. But win the Carabao Cup and then play with some dignity and build off it. That's what would be nice. Sammy Mokbo's there's also a recognition that the Chelsea squad lacks genuine leadership and authority, an area Pochettino wants to address. I mean, but that also does come from the manager and his mentality too. I don't think it helps as well. It's a little bit of both. We could do with a bit more leadership, but I mean, you could also be someone that the players could look up to a little bit better instead of just an excuse merchant. Hey, I expected some briefings to drop today. What else is there? Malang Sarr links.
Yeah, it's going Besiktas, it seems.
Besiktas have begun talks to Malang Sarr. We could get 100k off the wage bill. Nice. This brother even existed, but hey, I guess he got a Club World Cup and a Super Cup out of the trip. So, yeah, whatever. Poch didn't even know who he was.
Let's all do dodgy away days in the Conference League, man. Give me some Turkish.
I'm not even doing domestic away days right now.
Oh, that is true. Oh yeah, you told me that, but okay, we're not getting into that.
No, I've said it enough times. Right now, everything up to Liverpool games.
You already sent me like last game, innit? Like,
yeah.
That's
all.
I was Poch talking about leadership, but he made Levi Colwell the captain. What sense does that
me?
I don't get it.
We lack leadership. We also lack a fucking structure. We lack good decision making. Our players constantly overtouch things. Our set piece setups are atrocious, offensively and defensively. I see us constantly try and do this short corner thing where we pass it off to, I think, Conor Gallagher on the right, and it just never ever fucking works. Like it's just pathetic. It's just pathetic. At least we got 2 goals off corners against Brighton, I guess, but they were both second balls. Which I mean, it's a rarity as winning the second ball. Fair play.
I'll catch you guys later.
Yeah, take care, Daniel, man. It's been good talking.
Yeah, big up, man.
Jackson will not face
bro.
any retrospective action from the FA following his full-time altercation with Nathan Patterson. Thank God for that too. And Reece James is set for a scan on his hamstring amid fears he's set to face another spell on the sidelines. My biggest thing with that is just, when is Gusto fit? I don't care. Just when's Gusto fit?
The thing is as well, Reece James will be out until at least February tops.
Oh yeah, how do
How
we
do we
know that?
know
We
that?
don't know that.
How do we know that?
6 or 7 weeks roughly.
For
Man said
what?
spell,
No, but we don't know how long he's out. There's no time frame.
bro. We've seen this before. He had the same hamstring injury like 5 to 6 weeks out.
No, man, we have to wait and see, bro. Stop guessing.
It's literally just guesswork because we don't know. It could be a sprain. It could be anything. Like, he had knee pain before the United game that the club was already aware of for the last few weeks. And then we brought him off the bench and then started him. I'm not that surprised he pulled up with
£20 bet, £20 bet, £20 bet. 7 to 8
I'm not
weeks.
betting. I'm not betting on it because no, it's not anything I'm trying to die on. We just don't know how long he's out for. That's just it. I'm not making a guess. I haven't got a clue. Some Armando Broya links. It's whatever. I don't care. And yeah, other than that, we're in the pits. We're in the pits. Our reality now is mid-table, according to Pochettino. Guess in a month's time, our reality will be fighting to beat the drop. Fucking brilliant. But I don't know when we're doing the pod. We'll find the time. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap up the stream. We've got Capital Conflict live at 8:30. No, that's 8:15, 8:30. So yeah, Henry Wright's going to be on smoke. Why did my dumb ass take the one chip challenge? Stupidest thing on earth. Whatever. Fuck you, Poch. Right, big up to everybody that's locked in. Hit the like button, subscribe. Spurs were literally winless in 5 games, and this shit club couldn't catch up to them. Fucking bullshit. Right, big up everybody. Be back at 8:15. Hit the like, subscribe. Who are we redirecting to just before? Who are we redirecting to? Northside's live. Everyone head over to Northside.
You're fucked to the thing you got exposed, man. What's going on?
Huh?
The thing you got exposed in the chat, man.
Everyone head over to Northside. Big up everybody. Hit the likes. We'll be back at 8:15.